Aloha. Sparkle, welcome. Happy Mother's Day to you too. Hope you're doing well. So what I'm gonna do today, I'm gonna do a reaction to ABBA and ABBA from ABBA and Preach. There's a little controversy going on right now with the women he was dating, and I didn't get a chance to watch it, so I want to watch it with everyone. Okay, so let's get started. I'm not gonna talk too much, so just let's dive right in. Let's go.
That song after we ended our relationship because it felt so good to be free. Y'all ever been that? Y'all ever been in a relationship where you start like forgetting yourself a little bit?
Okay, I don't think I started from the beginning, so because I was trying to set up the stream. Let's do this again. Let's delete this and let's do this again real quick. Add file. Voila, perfect. Now let's try this again.
Whew. You know what I mean? You guys don't know, I actually made that song after we ended our relationship because it felt so good to be free. Y'all ever been that? Y'all ever been in a relationship where you start like forgetting yourself a little bit? You know what I mean? Who you really be, what you like, what you love. That's what this individual stole from me. So that's why I made that song right there. I'm still working through it. All right, we're gonna have a 5-minute version eventually. Gotta work through it. But let's get to it. A lot of folks been like, but you hiding? You terrified? So, I'm gonna explain a little bit because some of y'all are like, what the fuck is going on, Abba? And Preach's not here right now. I actually asked if he could. He said he wouldn't be available till 9:30. I gotta go salsa dancing.
I need to go salsa dancing too. And I saw the story going around, right? With like the lady that he was in a relationship with, ABBA was in a relationship with, right? I heard her story slightly. I didn't hear the whole thing. I just kind of get a general understanding. So I wanted to hear what he has to say. Then we're gonna do another live to hear what she has to say too. And I think she's trying to reach out to a few other YouTubers, right? So we're gonna watch that later on. But it's not gonna be all today. So I'm just gonna hear ABBA's side because his side is like an hour and some change, right? So let's see how far we can go into this, okay? Let's not talk too much.
Here, just for the end, that's the reason why he's not there. Now, some of you might read into it, Preach running away. We're streaming tomorrow, so we'll see you guys then.
Doing the right thing. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Here right now to talk about it because it's worthwhile. Now, some of you who've been following us all year know that around the end of the last year, going into this year, I was pretty stressed out. I was dealing with a lot. Your boy was showing up with some soju, not because I wanted to be an alcoholic. I was just drinking one, but it was still a pretty stressful period. And the reason why it was stressful wasn't because I pulled a Fresh or a Walter. The reason why it was stressful is because I was involved in a relationship
Big
where
fan, welcome.
the other individual.
Don't forget to subscribe.
How would I put this? You know, guys, today you guys are going to see me be a bit vulnerable and be real about aspects of my life that I never want to share with the public, mostly because, I don't know, it involves people I know in real life, and that's always a weird thing. But unfortunately, she forced my hand, and so I figured I'd come up here, guys, and be real honest. I don't hate her. This is somebody I love very, very much, and I loved. And, we went through something that was very, very difficult. And it's hard for me to hate this person because for me, if I love somebody, it doesn't just go away. And so even making this for me right now feels weird. But you were just dancing 5 minutes ago. Yes, because the relationship itself fucking took so much out of me.
This is the first time I ever seen ABBA in some kind of controversy, right? So far, I don't know. I'm gonna let it play for like 5 minutes, and I want to hear what you guys have to say too.
Feel very comfortable because I gave everything to a relationship, every ounce of me, more patience than I even fucking knew I had, and wore myself out doing everything in my body to make things work, and it just didn't work out. And you know, breakups are always tough because you leave thinking like, what if, and this and that. But when you give everything, when you know, like you tried and you tried and you tried and it just didn't work out, it's a lot easier for me to walk away and to look back on it and speak about it because, you know, there's nothing really much else for me to do. So now she comes out with this video. Didn't know what's happening, so it was a little blindside. I woke up at 4 p.m. in the afternoon, and you guys are getting this all raw, live, unfiltered, the same way she got it raw, and that's why we're here, okay? So why don't I just plug in the video a little bit so y'all can see who we're talking about. This is my ex, Libertine Kalina. All right, she's a Filipina, my first, my last.
Oh, she's a Filipina. Another thing I wanted to do too, because I wasn't sure when she went live to tell her part of the story, I wasn't sure if it's real. Now that he confirmed it, so now I'm gonna like have to like do a commentary on that to make sure, kind of hear what she has to say too, right? It's only fair, because just so you know too, I am a supporter of like Abba and Preach. So
I like you Filipinos. You guys are awesome. You know what I mean? Her family seems really cool, so I'm gonna always say positive things about the people them. But let's take a look.
My name is Libby.
God damn, what a dramatic ass intro. But that's who she is, okay? Now, I'm not going to spend an hour going over this whole video because I don't think it's really worthwhile. I think the main concern is Abba, you know what I mean? She got some baby mama drama. Is that what people want to know?
Doing the right thing. I didn't think she was Filipino. I thought maybe she was Middle Eastern at first. Again, I didn't listen to her. Like, I just kind of heard some YouTubers kind of like saying what happened. The fact that I do know he got her pregnant, right? And that's all I really know. So, but in terms of her race, I thought she was she looks Middle Eastern to me, right? But didn't expect that.
Essentially is that Abba's like fresh. She got a girl pregnant and he just manipulated or bullied her or whatever.
He's drinking.
Or he abandoned. And that can be further from the truth. Could be further from the truth. So we'll get into all of those details, okay? Someone said, oh, Abba, you're sweating right now. To be honest with you, I really don't. I don't live my private life in a way that I would be afraid if it came to light. I know someone might think that, but I'm not looking back on all my decisions in this dynamic and going, oh my God, if someone, I don't give a fuck. You know, I just don't want y'all because it's annoying. You know what I mean? Having people in my personal life, we're talking about, it's like, it's annoying. But
I think that's the nature of the beast. When you make YouTube videos, it's only a matter of time before it's your turn. Abba and Preach has been making like, I've been watching this since like, I want to say COVID, right? And very like, they share a lot of ideas that I share too, right? So it's, so that's why I've always like subscribed to them, right? But I also like subscribe to like people that don't share my ideas too. But one thing I would disagree with what he said is like, he had a relationship with a Filipino, right? And how is that okay for him to now say like he's not doing that? He's not going to do another Filipino again. Like, how is she representative of all Filipinos, right? That's like him dating a Middle Eastern person, and it doesn't work out. He's not going to say, well, I'm never going to date a Middle Eastern person again. That to me is like, again, I'm trying to be rational, but that's not right. Okay. I never heard Abba of vulnerable. Yeah, same here. I have never in my life heard him that way. But it's also too, it's easy to critique others, right? And just sit there and say, and like kind of poke at what other people are doing wrong. So now that it's his term on the chair. So I want to watch how he handled this. Okay. So I'm very interested in this.
Interesting, to be honest with you. So for all the people being like, oh my God, like, not really bothered. So, me and her dated for some time, and we talked at length about what we would do if she got pregnant. And both of us landed on we would keep the child. And the reason why we would want to keep a child is because for her, she presented herself as a Christian, someone of faith. For me, I'm pro-choice. You guys know that. But at the same time, I tell myself, like, you know, if it's my child and it feels right and we're in a union, then I'm more than willing, even if it's unexpected, to assume my responsibilities and do what I got to do. The three things that she presented to me that surprised me in all this was that, one, she said she would never quit. She's not a quitter. You know what I mean? So that to me was reassuring because I want to work through problems, want to work through issues, fights, everything. And, you know, I value that in a partner. Second thing she told me was that, she wouldn't get an abortion. For her, keeping children really important. So I'm like, cool, it's not my faith or anything like that, but I get that and I respect that. And the third thing is that she's not a cheater and she doesn't believe in courting the attention of other men. Okay. And this third one turns out is the reason why we're here today. Okay. She presented herself as somebody who, if I'm seeing somebody or whatever, I wouldn't even let another man come up to me and talk to me.
Oh, this is going to be good. This is going to be good. House of Queens, welcome. Aloha Nomad and chat, okay? House, I also have my little controversy I'm going through right now. I'm Jella, aloha. What are you guys doing up? Like, it's 4:00 where I'm at right now. I woke up at 2:00. I want to sleep a little early, so I decided to just go live. I was supposed to do this like last night, but I fell asleep really early, okay? So what are you guys up? What are you guys doing up? So this is going to be good. So she cheated. So this is going to be interesting. And please don't forget, if you're watching from the vertical, don't forget to hit the subscribe. I'm sorry, I'm not ignoring you. David from India, welcome. Add me. I will add you, David. Welcome.
I think it's disrespectful. She presented herself like as one with such strong boundaries and not, entertaining other men. It almost was a lot. For me, like if I'm seeing somebody, if they're exclusive with me, that's all I don't need you to know you said goodbye to someone because they said hi to you at the gym or you ran away. But she felt the need to explain to me it's a big deal to her. So I said, fantastic. Now, let's get to the first thing. We had these conversations about keeping children or not, and I should give you guys a little bit of background. Now you're going to get medical information, okay? Up until about 2.5 years ago, so 2.5 years ago, I went to the doctor, and essentially, I won't get to the long gist of the conversation because it's none of your fucking business, but the doctor kind of told me like, hey, listen, your sperm count's mad low. I don't think you have kids. So in my head, I'm like, shit, I didn't get a vasectomy. That's like kind of good news, but I wanted kids. Maybe I didn't know, but part of me was like, maybe I won't. So I meet this girl. We hit it off. Relationship's going great. It's crazy. You guys have never, ever seen any person I've been in a relationship.
See, that's true. I've never seen him this way. Oh, geez, I didn't know that about him. Oh, wow. I'm preparing meals. Okay. Jill, I'm working. Okay, perfect. So let's play. Let's talk in doing the right thing, okay? And let's play this.
Yeah. So this is my ex, okay? Libertine Kalina, all right? And this is the profile that I saw about her, okay? So here she is, Nothing crazy, She likes archery. She's a family person, Nothing too crazy. So this is what I know about her, okay? She cute. Yeah. I might have some beef with her now, but I'm never going to say she was ugly. She wasn't a Chinese escort for everyone. So anyways, I thought I was shooting blanks,
He's talking about what he's referring to as Amir and the other guy from the Red Pill community. One of those guys was talking about like how the kind of women they like, etc. Right? Come to find out, they're like dealing with escorts. So because Myron and the other Red Pill guys, because Abba has been going at them for years, so it's gonna be interesting, like their perspective now, right, of like this whole situation. So they're gonna try to interview her, and it's gonna get really messy, and I'm here for it. Okay.
We was getting it on, and it turns out I wasn't shooting blanks. Big surprise to the both of us.
Whoa.
You guys, I don't know why, man. Everyone was messaging me like, Abba, you stressed? I'm like, I'm really not. Okay. So she gets pregnant, and we had a conversation about it. And initially, she's like, okay, we'll do this. And this is the only time that she ever told me she wanted to have a kid.
Empress, aloha. Yeah, I woke up at 2:00. I went to sleep extremely early. So I decided to go live. I was supposed to do this last night, and happy Mother's Day to every single person here, okay? So today's Mother's Day. I'm going to be very busy today, so I wanted to just kind of get this out the way. It's 4:00 where I'm at. So Again, I'm trying to do less talking, let's more
Told me
listening.
that. I said, okay. You know, like I wasn't expecting this, but if this is where it's turning, then I'm going to assume my responsibilities. But yeah, let's do this. So this happens, might have been November, October, I don't know. But at this point, my life changes a little bit at that point because I'm in my head now focused on dealing with what's in front of me. I have a huge responsibility, so I'm shifting all things in my life to assume that responsibility. You know, I'm shifting my investments, I'm shifting my work stuff, and I have a hard time explaining this to you guys. Listen, I've never fathered a child before, but being a dad was something that I told myself if I was going to do, I would do it the right way. And so for me, it was really important that my life was in order. And even though I'm successful on YouTube or whatever it could be, and I'm doing fine financially, I'm doing great, I think there's a lot of things in my personal life that I could have in better order. You know what I mean? I could be in some better shape. I mean, take my health a little bit better, so I'm here for a long time. Mindset things, like I was really getting ready for the prospect of this. A week goes by, and all of a sudden, I start getting messages from her on a regular basis of her feeling unsure. And the whole time, I'm being incredibly supportive. Don't worry, guys, I'm going to show evidence of this. But for me, it's very tough because from that point on, and for the next 2.5 months, she flip-flopped between I'm not sure and I'm not going to have the child. Now, I could only be supportive because, as you know,
Sorry. We listen and we don't judge. I'm sorry I was on mute, okay? Apologize. We listen and we don't judge so far.
When it comes to kids, babies got control, women got control. So even if I didn't want to have the kid, if she tell me no, then that's what it is. I told her how I felt. I told her why I wanted to go forward with it. She felt differently, and she would waver. And all I could do is be respectful and be supportive, because at the end of the day, like, think about my options from my perspective. She's carrying my kid. If I stress her out, it may result in a miscarriage. If I make her feel alienated, it might push her toward abortion. All I can do right now for the health of the child and for her health as well is to be supportive. That's all I can really do. So that's what I did. And I tried. You know what I mean? I tried. And one time she said dead set on having an abortion, even though I was against it. And I flew down to be with her, not to convince her not to have the abortion, but to be there for her through it. Because it doesn't make sense to me to have a partner and they're going to go through something as traumatic as an abortion and I'm not there. Okay? We were committed. So I flew down. And let me see if I can find this in the notes here. Sorry, boys and girls. Here it is. So I go down to, like, let's see here. All right, so some of you be like, why do you have this, Abba? I'll tell you guys why I have this later, okay? But you guys are going to hear it. I would not accept that. And I know how you feel about it, and I understand. So right now what you guys are going to hear, this is a conversation that me and her had months later after most of this happened, okay?
Yeah, continue going on.
And you're going to...
I knew you to know that, like, you're saying, like, you knew what I was going, like,
He's nervous.
I explained, like, the debilitating decision making, like, I was doing every day. I was going back and forth every day. I was just trying to figure out what to do, and I regret the way I handled it. And I feel like the first the first few weeks, I was like thinking about you first. I feel like I was like in a triangle of like, okay, if I don't have the baby, then things can continue going on with Abba. But if I have the baby, then it's just like all this pressure with someone,
I understand that's what you thought in your head, but like, I think the frustrating part for me is I literally flew down to be there for you for the abortion. I don't know how things were going to go afterwards, but like, I would have supported you regardless. But
but it didn't seem like that. It didn't. You kept saying like, you're never going to be the same.
But that's just true, right? Like, you are not going to be the same either. That's okay. Like, I wasn't going to lie to you and tell you I was going to come out the other side one way. But I told you I'd be supportive and I'd be there for you, regardless. I didn't go down there to convince you not to do it. I went down there believing you were really going to do it. That's why I went down there. And like, you wanted to talk about it. I didn't even want to talk about it when I came down. You were trying to comfort me. And I said, it's okay.
But you were having a hard time. And sorry, I'm not going to argue with you. You don't think that I look at you and I don't care about how you feel. Like, you don't think...
Unfortunately, I have to give commentary. I just can't let this play. But wait, did I miss something? Is she in the U.S. or she's in Canada? Because Abba and Preachers are in Canada. They're both in Canada. So I'm a little perplexed about that. And again, I get both sides. So far, I get understand both sides. Like, again, let's listen more. I don't want to like. Again, so far we listen, we don't judge, right?
And I do love you, and I'm like looking at you, and I'm like, this guy's devastated. And then a part of me is like, I also don't want to, but I'm like, again, I was like in this triangle where like, okay, if I don't have the baby, things can still move forward because it's like we can still figure out if we're compatible. We can still figure all that out. And yeah, if I don't think if the pregnancy happened, I don't think any of this would have happened. But sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't know. I think I always told you the outcome I would have preferred. But I told you I would support you regardless, and I'd be there for you. And I think I try to show up both emotionally and physically by being there in person. I think I went out of my way to try to make that clear to you. And I also didn't lie to you. I didn't tell you I'm going to be fine, everything's going to be great. I told you, like, it's going to be tough on us. It's going to be tough on you. It's going to be tough on me. I don't know how I'm going to change afterwards. I can only tell you that I'm dreading it. And I think that's a reasonable and, like, mature response to the whole situation. I don't need anyone to coddle me or anything like that. Like, I know these things are going to be difficult. And who knows, maybe it does break us. Who knows? But I would never force you into parenthood before you're ready. And I always told you that.
So what I'm saying there is because she didn't want to have the kid, and I was saying I did, right? I told her, though, like, I'm not going to sit here and convince you to be a parent. I think that's weird. Like, I can't force someone to be a parent. So if I'm having a kid with somebody and I'm the one who wants it and they don't want it, I'm not going to force them into parenthood. So I told her what I felt, and then I stopped. I stopped trying to convince her to keep the kid. She didn't want to keep it. So, I just accepted it and tried to be supportive, but I was in this really weird position. So I'll keep going.
Always. And I understand you may have not felt that way, but I think you don't know from my perspective, like, I really tried to convey to you what I wanted while letting you know that I would have your back to the best of my abilities, whatever you choose. And I understand you might have felt differently. I'm just saying what I said and what I tried to do in terms of actions. Okay? Right? Because you didn't want me there for the abortion. Remember? I had to convince you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wanted to be there for it. And I told you it's my responsibility. It was not to convince you. When I got there at the hotel, I was not trying to talk to you about it. And I know you were trying to say sweet things to me to tell me, like, we'll have more kids in the future. All this stuff. I was like, you don't have to say this stuff. It doesn't make me feel good, and it's okay. Like, I'm going to be there. We just got a big day tomorrow. Let's just get through it. And, like, that's me telling you I don't like what's happening, but I'm here because I care about you. You understand? So, I think what's tough for me is, like,
So she didn't want me there for the abortion. I flew down anyways. And the night before the abortion, she was talking to me. She's like, we can have more kids in the future. And I'm like, right before you're going to go end this, that's what you want to comfort me with? So I'm like, just stop. It's okay. I'm not here to be a sour pout. I'm not pouting. It's okay. Let's just go through with this. I wake up in the morning and she canceled the abortion. So this is like the 9th time already that she's changed her mind between having it or not having it. And I can't stress this to you guys enough, how fucking debilitating and mentally breaking it is to have to deal with somebody changing their mind. Now, I'm sympathetic because I can imagine it's a stressful situation. You're deciding your future, you're hormonal. You know, I'm being as patient as I can be throughout the whole process. I'm not saying nothing because I don't know what it's like to carry a kid. But to be honest with you, it was tough on me, okay? The same way it was tough on her. I'm not here to villainize her or whatever. All my friends, listen, my friends don't, my friends have nothing nice to say about her, okay? They say she didn't have, we're pregnant, it's lying, whatever.
Is she pregnant? I don't know so far. I don't know, but we're gonna be. Again, I have to listen to her side too, but so far right now, I'm not gauging that she's pregnant. Like she doesn't want him to be there, so that's a little bit weird, but we'll see. Let's carry forward.
Because I know, despite what the fuck she's doing now and all this goofy ass shit, she's not a bad person. At least that's not the experience I had with her. Now, maybe I'm stupid, whatever it is, love struck, whatever you want to say, but I'm just not going to sit here and pretend like she's the demon or whatever. I just think it was a very stressful situation for two people who weren't ready at the time, and I think we just didn't handle it the best. And you guys are seeing it unfold publicly, and I think it's stupid that it's happening this way. But this narrative that I didn't want to have the kid or some baby drama, it's not real. For most of our relationship, it was me trying to tell her not to do it, okay? So that's what it is. And the reason why I just didn't want to do this vid or talk about this is because, like, it's personal and it's pretty traumatic. To be honest with you, I'm still grieving that whole experience and I haven't been good afterwards. It's a tough thing to deal with, thinking you're going to live life one way, and it's like very difficult. And I'm probably going to mourn that for a long time, okay? And I don't want to talk about that with you guys, but here we are. And I'm okay with people making rumors about me. I've heard all kinds of rumors, all the craziest things you can imagine. But seeing my ex do something like this is like, to me, it's a bit loserish, to be honest with you. And it is disappointing, but I think I understand. No, I don't get why, but it doesn't matter. Let's keep going with this, okay? So what happens during this period? So there's about a 2.5 month period after she told me where she's flip-flopping all the time, scheduling abortions, canceling, and like I'm going through hell, okay? And if you guys go back and watch some of them lives during that period, you can see it. I even talk about it, and I'm down in these bottles like nothing, all right? Because that whole 3-month period.
Doing the right thing, yes. They went back and forth a few times. Yeah, I'm starting to believe she wasn't pregnant. We have someone from Alaska. Welcome. Hey, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe, okay? I don't know. I have to again, first of all, I don't even know how long they've been dating. Did he say that? I think it's more likely than not, she's probably going to tell us more detail, because it looks like he just kind of jumped right in and kind of trying to I guess trying to suppress some of the controversies that's kind of going on with regards to did he want the child? It sounds like he did, right? And I didn't know that about him too, about him not having a low sperm count, and that's probably why he wanted the child too, because he doesn't know the next time he's probably gonna have a child, right? And so again, something like that, I feel like he wanted to take advantage of the fact that yes, this is probably a miracle child for him, right? But with her, I don't know. I'm not getting that she's pregnant, because you can fake a lot of things, but the fact that she doesn't want him there, that's a little bit weird. But let's carry forward. Doing the right thing says, let me use this one better. I heard they only been dating for 6 months or less. Okay. And do you know where she lived? Did she live in Canada or live in the US? And how far was their commute to kind of see each other? Just curious about that. And who reached out to who first, right?
Time was not real to me. I would wake up and it felt like I was fucking floating and I was, at the mercy of some bullshit. But I just try to be quiet, be as supportive, and just try to do what I can because I just wanted her health to be okay. Because she was not handling the pregnancy well. She was having mood swings and wilding. The way she was talking to me during that period was crazy. And at first I wasn't understanding of that, but I did my own research on what hormones and pregnancies do to a woman,
Yes.
and your boy learned some things. So my own red lines weren't very difficult, okay? The two things I asked her is I don't want any kind of baby mama business. What does that mean? I ain't just trying to get pregnant and see how things go, okay? So when it comes to having children, ideally we do with intentionality. Now some of you might say, well, probably shouldn't fuck her raw. I'm going to hold the L. Like I said,
I agree.
Doc told me everything's cool, but it's still my fault. So
I agree.
Abba can hold some L's. You know what? Let me go through all the L's.
I agree. If you didn't want a child, you shouldn't have done it raw. Point blank. But again, also, I feel like subconsciously he probably had this thing like, well, I have a very low count for him. I'm trying to put myself in his shoes, right? He's like probably thinking like he has a very low S count, right? Because I'm pretty sure, I think I already said the word, so YouTube has already hit me for that. So I'm pretty sure he's like, well, it's nothing is gonna happen, right? But he shouldn't have gone raw. Did he test her first? Because it's not just children that happen when you go raw, right? There's other things that can happen. So
Even you ain't this happen, okay? Abba's many L's. Shit. Okay, here we go. I wrote a bunch down because I take some L's, and you know what I mean? Your boy's not against admitting to his faults. Abba chose her. That's a big time L. All right, that's on me. Whatever she's doing right now, at the end of the day, I chose her, so that's on me. Abba ignored some red flags. That's a big time L, okay? And I will tell you guys why. Before she got pregnant, I think. I tried to break up with her one time. And she roped me back in, but at the end of the day, I allowed myself to get roped back in. So before any of this crazy shit happened, Abba's gonna hold the L because he ignored some big ass red flags that he saw, but he decided to ignore because he said, we're gonna work through it. And I think this is one of those times where I'm like, working through it is not bad, just don't do it for the wrong person. And Abba needs an L for that. Abba didn't leave when he felt it was time. That's another L, 3 times total, okay? Another L, Abba got her pregnant. I'm also messaging that one to my doc. My doc lied to me, okay? And the 6th one, and this is the one that I think I'm probably most accountable for, Abba engaged in fights that she started when he should have walked away. Now, I'm talking third person because I wrote that in my notes, but that's what I did, okay? There were some arguments that we had that she would, I'm be honest with y'all, look through the thread. I could post these if she fucking want to go there. But she would initiate these things. And
oh, this is going to be good. I've never seen Abba like handle a situation like this before. And from where I'm from, the sector, right? This messy T sector, right? Oh, this is common to like post like threads, right? I've never seen Abba done this, right? So I'm not sure if she knows that he's going to do this. He's going to retaliate this way. Again, retaliate doesn't mean like in a negative thing, like kind of like defend himself. Let's put it this way, right? Because it's not right for me to say retaliate. I think he's defending himself, right? Because I have to see what receipt she posted. So kind of like see like is he balancing her act by posting like a receipt to kind of like substantiate his position, right? Or is he becoming too messy, right? So we'll see. But this is gonna be good. I've never seen Abba this way, and this is a new Abba for me. But yeah. So, but knowing him though, like truthfully, he's probably gonna get this. He's probably gonna do this like one or two times, and probably just gonna move forward because his bread and butter is like his actual content, right? It's not about relationship drama.
And I was like, yo, you tripping. And then she would push it, and then I would retaliate, and then she would go, I would never. How could you say that? And I can't tell y'all how much that shit is triggering, but to be involved with somebody you can't walk away from and they push your fucking buttons and then you say something and they act like they never did nothing. I remember I even sent her a message one time and I started like cataloging at some point what the tactics felt like every time we would have a disagreement. And I'm gonna show it to you guys because this is like from our own threads. I actually sent it to her to be like, I know this is gonna happen. And you know what's crazy? After I would send it to her, I'm like, all right, here's a fight's about to start. I would send her this message being like, this is what I think is gonna happen. One of these 4, let's see which one happens. I swear she would start hitting 1, 2, 3 like it was bingo. Okay, so this is what it was. Sorry, here it was. It would go complain about how you feel without understanding how the other feels. Okay. Downplay your part in all of it. Number 3, frame yourself as the wronged party in every discussion. And number 4, pretend to be accountable, but end everything with, yeah, I was wrong, but you were more wrong. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say she was more wrong or I was less wrong, okay? That is always going to be subjective or whatever. But at the end of the day, if two people have an argument and both do something wrong, saying you were more wrong for this and you were more, it seems pointless. Like trying to tally up these things, it just feels like everything you say afterwards is bullshit because you're always positioning yourself as.
I'm jealous that he should have ran from that, right? So far, I don't see any red flags that he's saying she has red flags, right? But I'm not hearing any example of like what exactly this shit occurred or what exactly occurred, right? That would kind of like trigger to me a red flag. Yes, he experienced that, right? But he's not really expressing that, right? Of like giving examples too. So I don't. She's a beautiful girl. They happen to have a child, like, and doctor told him like he has a low count, and to me this is a blessing child, right? And I'm not really hearing like I'm doing the right thing. Said they were together for like 6 months, so this should have been an example. So I'm not really hearing anything so far. I'm hearing emotional manipulation and gaslighting. Yeah, okay, but I need more. So let's listen for more. Hopefully he gives this example.
And they need to like really be, apologizing. Every argument we would have would be one of these 4. And it just got so exhausting. And at one point I just stopped. I literally would not talk because every disagreement that we would have would end up in one of these 4. And I was like, nigga, I'm tired. Now you guys are hearing all this and you're like, but why would you ever stay? Because like I said, you guys are hearing now the negative side, but there's actually a good side to her. She can be very kind. She can be very caring. She can be very thoughtful. In fact, this backpack is a gift she got me, which I'm a big fan of. She got me the AirPods I'm using right now. She would be very, listen, I'm not going to get to all things, but I'm not here to position her as like some gold digging. Like she never asked me for money, even though I spent way more in terms of traveling and stuff like that. But, there was a lot of good times. I honestly think that if there was no pregnancy, I don't know how things would have gone, okay? But unfortunately, it did happen. And like a pregnancy just accelerates everything. It changes the whole dynamic. It just does.
Absolutely.
So, to me, more than anything, all this is just sad. It's unnecessary to me. But let's keep going. All right, I see so many questions, and I'm going to see, y'all just give me some time, okay? Shout out to all the new members. I see Sasha Kerr. We got Dizzy. We got Rob Paps. We got Rafez. We got Apeyeb. Abba always with the receipts. To be honest, I'm not even going to show you guys most of the receipts because like it would need to give you guys entire threads. And at the end of the day, it's regular relationship. Nothing that happened between us is like beyond the pale or so insane. It just, we would have these arguments. Honestly, our arguments in the grand scheme of things are pretty tame compared to most people. So, yeah.
And that's what I got from it too. That's why I'm saying the red flags is like her saying she's at the gym, but she's actually out on a date. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But
so let's see here. We got Jesse. Shout out to you for being a member. We got Zondi. Appreciate you. Oh yeah, I know you. Sweet dreamer of art. Someone said, Truth Seeker, donate $10. Yo, Abba, I don't care about any of this. I just want to know, are you still friends with Destiny, or if you guys ever be friends in the future? I'll be super honest. I'm not friends with Destiny. I don't got to beef with Destiny. I just, at the end of the day, I just don't care for a lot of the things that like he was generally involved in, and we just had this conversation. We had the conversation on stream and off stream, which is like he likes his life a certain type of way, and if people don't like it, to get out. So I got out. That was his words, and at the end of the day, I don't think it's reasonable for me to.
Okay, doing the right thing said, why sleep with someone raw after just few short period of time? 6 months, I think. You think 6 months is a short period of time? I don't think so, right? I'm not sure if they got tested. I think everyone should do that now. Yeah. Let's see. Also, why the back and forth of I'm going to have it, I'm not going to have it, etc. Right? I feel like that's because I can understand where she's coming from. I really can understand where she's coming from because, again, when he said he has a very low sperm count, right? And what I got from that is like the likelihood of him having a child is very slim to none, right? And I think that kind of made her feel like maybe it's not going to happen. And when it did happen, it's like they're not married. And one of the pictures I saw with her was like with her mom, right? It's like, I'm not sure how that, like, her family's dynamic is going to be like, you having a child with someone that he's not trying to, like, is he going to marry? What's the next step now, right? Does she just want to be a baby mom, right? And it looks like they're not living in the same city, right? Having a child is extremely difficult, right? But doing it by yourself, when she kind of like, now, like, she sounds like, again, just like he said, like, she's a very thoughtful person, like, sound like she's a very rational kind of person. And I kind of understand that from her perspective, like, well, I don't know how you really feel about me, because in the context of like having a child and have to go through like all these years with the child, now I'm stuck with you for life, right? It's not 18 years, for life. What do you do now, right? And I feel like she's just taking that, and also the hormones, the pregnancy hormones, just like, well, is this a good idea? Is this not a good idea, kind of thing? And I just feel like I understand her position. I personally do. I really do. And mostly not being married too, right? And this person living so far away from you, is he willing to like come closer to you to kind of like make this work, right? And he did say in the beginning, he was kind of like shifting some things around, right, to try to make it work. So, but that's what he's saying. Does she feel like he was actually doing that, or just like saying that? What was his action? How did she feel like he was interacting? Okay, so that's something different. Okay, and I'm jealous that the first red flags I heard was her describing the decision to keep the baby and not well, that's, I guess I kind of like talk about that too with what doing the right thing question was, and just her statement. So I get her point. I really do. I truly do. I feel like maybe if they were closer, maybe she would have some kind of comfort. Maybe if the relationship again, I don't like the arguments. It's like, to me, it's such like, it's like he even said himself, is like, it's nothing really. They were sincerely arguing about. So yeah. So I think I need more context.
Anything or ask anything, so I don't. So shout out to Destiny. I'm glad that he's doing what he does. And in terms of politics, we still pretty much align on many things. Probably not Israel, Palestine, but a lot of other stuff. And yeah, that's the honest truth of it. As far as the whole court case thing and whatever, I haven't followed any of it. Don't really give a shit. Don't care about Pixie. Don't care about any of the people involved that he introduced me to. That's it. Hopefully that answered that question. Nikisha says she wasn't ready, and that's okay. You also had the right to mourn the baby and what could have been. That stuff is going to get more complicated, so I'll get to that more after, okay? But like I said, this is all like normal breakup stuff. This whole idea of painting one person one way and the other way, like, I'm not, bitch, you better get an abortion. It's not what happened, okay? But anyways, let's keep going with the story, because I'm going to do my...
Doing the right thing, I 100% agree with you. And that's why... I have to listen. I have to like listen to her, and I'm gonna like after him, I'm kind of like gonna write some notes on, kind of like, so I can remember, right? Because why bring this to the internet? And did she have a YouTube channel before this, right? What kind of content does she make, right? And I have so many questions, but let me just carry forward.
For her position, because she viewed some situations differently than me. That's normal in any relationship.
Exactly.
But yeah. All right, let's go on. So, fast forward. We are trying to work things out. She's canceled abortion. She's changing her mind every night. And I'm trying to smooth things out, make things comfortable. During this time, it's difficult. But all I asked her is like, I will work through anything with you. You can get mad. You can be upset. We will figure it out. The only thing I ask, and this is the one thing I asked her, don't cut me out. Don't say I'm your partner.
Yes.
And then decide I'm not involved at all. That's the only thing I ask. You have the final say in regards to that's fine,
but just consult with me. Just ask me. That's it. I don't need you to convince me or whatever, but you can't cut me out. You can't arbitrarily. And that's what she did. She did that repeatedly. And she didn't just do like normal forms. Like one time, so right after we went down for the abortion thing, and she changed her mind, obviously this was a seismic shock to me. I'd not expect her to cancel the abortion appointment. So for the next 3 days, I'm processing because I'm like, I don't know where this is going. I'm not human anymore because I'm just flipping back and forth. And our communication dies down a little bit. And from her perspective, what she felt was I was done with her because I wasn't messaging her as often. And from my perspective, what I was experiencing was like, I don't know where the fuck this is going. And I'm floating, okay? That's the best way I can describe it because life is not real. Now, her being upset because communication's a bit down, perfectly valid. She texts me and she says, shit, I think I might have these messages. Let me see if I got these. And if I don't, I'm going to screenshot the fuck out of them. Because she sent this shit via text. And I'm like, this is not real life. You know what? It'll take me too long to find them. But if she says this is not true, I'll go find the text message. She texts me and she goes, you're out of the pregnancy. I'm going to handle this by yourself since you haven't messaged me back. You're out. So first off, I'm like, since when do you want to keep this thing? 1, 2, what do you mean you cutting me out? Like, so I text her very calmly. I'm like, yo, call me. She don't do that. She starts going off, and then I calm her down. We get on a call. We start smoothing things over. But now my anxiety is a bit up because I'm like, this woman is going willy-nilly say I'm not in it anymore, which is a crazy thing to experience. Fast forward some time, and for me, this is like a point where I'm starting to think like maybe I don't want to be involved with her in any shape, way, or form. Because not only can she constantly change her mind on me, but she can tell me I'm not part of things whenever she wants it. She thinks that's acceptable. She didn't just also tell me that. She also canceled all of her plans. Canceled her Christmas plans, her New Year's plans. And so I was like, yo, your boy can.
I think this broke him. He is sweating. He is really, I've never seen him this way. Now, like, I feel like I have to go back to like during the timeline, right? And like watch some of those videos around that time frame to kind of see what's changed about him, right? You can just see like he's going through a lot. You can just tell like in this video, like this is really taking a toll on him, right? But again, that's why this is what I feel like some of the critique that he gets like from like what the red pill is trying to tell him, right? Because I'm not a red pill kind of person, right? I feel like a lot of those red pill guys, I feel like they like they're so anti women. I'm like, at this point, why don't you date a man? Like, the way they talk about women, right? It's like, why don't you date a man, right? I'm not talking about one experience with a woman. I'm talking about like overall, like how can you generalize a whole a whole group of people of females who just say like they all act this kind of way because your ex is this way, right? So this it's always been like my one way of looking at the red pill community, right? It's like, if you don't like women, date men. But with Abba, I guess what they were saying too is like some of the red pill guys were saying like this situation he's going through right now, like how she's changing her mind or her way of doing this, but he doesn't realize that she's going through a lot right now. You have a human grown in you, right? And she's not getting the security that she feels like she needs right at this moment, right? You can be on the phone saying hi or how's your day going, but it's not the same as being there. It's not the same as like even appointments sometimes, like having to go there with her. And I feel like her having to experience that the first time, again, let's just assume this is the first time, right? I don't know that, like factually speaking, right? But let's just assume this is her first time and just dealing with something growing inside of you, right? Going through the morning sickness, changes in your body, right? And just like your thoughts, etc. So, and I feel like him just like trying to see this is like this black and white way of looking at it, like keep communication means this, etc. And her like really like, hey, I'm not sure what's happening, you're not here for me kind of thing. I got it, I really understand it. And hey, doing it right, 82 aloha, welcome, right? So I got it, I really understand it. So again, I think some of the red pill guys are really gonna have a field day with this, okay? But I get understand where she's coming from though. So let's carry forward.
Upset with me considering ending things between the two of us. And this is something that she would do throughout when I would think about ending things, okay? And I don't like showing this because to me, this is something that should stay private. She had told me that she was thinking of harming herself, okay? Now, this is not the first time. This is now the second or third time she's done this. All right.
Oh, he's going through some emotional wreck. Sheesh. Is she a jag? Does she have the jag spirit? Let's see. I see what you say with emotional manipulation now. I'm Jella. 82. What's up, everyone? Welcome, 82. I'm doing the right thing. Hey, love. Let's see. Yes, I'm jealous that telling the father you're out the pregnancy out of the blue is wild. Yes, I understand, but I feel like there's a lot of context we are missing. A lot of like, again, this is a long distance relationship. I'm still not sure where she's located. Like, she's in New York. He's all the way in Canada. Like, and how is that working? Oh, is she all the way in California or whatever, where she's from, right? So I don't know yet, right? Yes, he looks broken. Yes, absolutely. I agree with you. I'm starting to question the necessity of the pregnancy. I can't even say that word right now. In the morning, it's too early to say that word. I'm starting to a little bit too. And now that she's talking about harming herself, it's a little too far, but okay. I'm going to let it play for like a few minutes, okay, and don't interrupt.
You guys can see these messages. I can't explain to people what it's like to be in this scenario where you think your partner is going to kill themselves and they're pregnant, which is like, but I'm literally frantically texting her, triple texting, quadruple texting, but I mean, at the end of the day, I'm trying to stop someone from killing themselves, so I'm not going to apologize, okay? You can read the thread. You see me saying, you cut me out of the pregnancy, you're cutting me out of the abortion, you cut me out of the relationship. Like, I'm explaining to her my frustration, be like, and she says, I'm going to kill the baby. Okay? I called the cops. I'm not even going to apologize. And maybe, I don't know if this is crazy. I've never spoken about this portion with anybody, but I called the cops. Not because I wanted her in jail, because I didn't want her to kill herself while no one's around. Mind you, this person lives, where does she live? She lives a 5-hour flight away from me. So I'm on the East Coast, she's on the West Coast. There's no way I can just go to her door myself. So mind you, I'm trying to be supportive from a distance. So here it is. She says she's not home, she's doing all this other shit, and I'm stressing the fuck out. I did call the cops. I needed her to see that I'm being fucking serious. Cops are on the way. I'm giving them the license plate and everything. Like, you know, I'm contacting people in her life I've never spoken to. I know about them because she tells me about them. I'm contacting everyone because I need to make sure she's not going to be successfully killing herself. Okay? She took her sleeping pills.
Wow, this went dark.
She claimed she was sleeping in her car, whatever it was. Okay, so this is something else you're going to learn about me today, which I never thought I'd tell you. But me personally, if I love somebody, like, I will fucking blow through a wall for them, okay? And I don't, if I see my person suffering, I don't know, I see red. It's kind of how I am. So yeah, I tried. Genuinely, through multiple suicide attempts, I tried to do whatever I can to convince her to not do it. And yeah, she would use that shit. I personally, now looking back, I feel like a bit of it was manipulative because it would often happen when I would try to end things.
Okay.
You know, one time, the first time she used her sister, who has an addiction problem. I ended things before the pregnancy, I think, and she hit me up talking about her sister relapsed, and me, like a fucking dummy, you know, I immediately went to being concerned and caring for her rather than asserting my own boundaries and staying away from her. But I don't know. This is a fault I have, and this is another L for me, so I'll take that. Okay? If I love somebody, I'm trying, and I won't feel bad for that because if it's for the right person, I don't think that's a bad thing. But obviously, it was not for the right person, so here we are. Okay? And I'll say this too, guys. I'm not sitting here showing you guys like, oh, Ab is such a great person, whatever. No, like during our arguments, I would say things I wasn't the most proud of, and I'll own the fact that I was a big piece of shit during those times, okay? But those were also arguments I never initiated, never really feel like I was deserving, and that she would push. So it's just like, when you're fucking held to the end of a gun and someone pushes you, you're gonna say some shit. Does it make it okay? No. And I'm gonna have to hold that L, but I can also say, I ain't never been through this before. Never had someone who pushed me to this point. My girl here.
First time for everything, right?
See what I mean? My girl here, she pushed me to that point, all right?
Is he gonna go red
This
pill?
shit tastes so good today. I will say, Koreans, if you're a Korean and you're watching, this has got to be the pride of your fucking country. This is the most delicious alcoholic beverage. And the reason why I can do this, guys, to you, unfiltered, raw, the way she got it, is I told you guys like this at the beginning. I gave everything. I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed at all. I gave everything, bro. And
82 said, it's hard to be with someone who has mental issues. You have to be in a good mental state as well as deal with it, right? Yeah, but again, we were looking for red flags, and he did say a very big red flag, right? Now, in high sign is 2020, right? Is the fact that like he tried to break up with her, and she used the fact that her like alleged, right, that her sister was going through like another episode, right, of like dealing with drugs, right? So he kind of like felt like he had to like kind of like be there for her, right? But that's the thing about mental. Like when you have, I don't like to use the word that is overused on the internet, right? A narcissist, right? Is that really a mental stuff or just like something else? It's like, I feel like when it comes to like head games, right? Some people play in relationship, right? It's just like, it doesn't matter if you have a good head place and someone is trying to play games with you using relationship, man, it's a whole different kind of ball game. It's a whole different kind of ball game. And that's what I'm starting to get to her from her, right? She's like, I think I'm jealous I said that earlier, like a manipulator, right? So that's what I'm kind of like gauging, like so far what I'm hearing, right? Like doing the I'm gonna take myself out, right? And I already took the pills just so to get his attention. I don't think she thought like he was going to he was gonna call the cops, right? But again, you can be in a good mental state, but when you have someone who's like a narcissist, right? All they're gonna do is drive you crazy. They're gonna transform your mental like good states like to very like a foggy state, right? So again, I think that's the first red flag I've heard from her. That's not good. And again, we're gonna give her the benefit of the doubt. Okay, this is his story. Okay, there's his story, there's her story, and there's the middle, right? And the truth lies between the middle, right? So let's carry forward.
I was kind of broken up about it, and honestly, I probably did some stupid things after the fact that I shouldn't have done while I was in that period, and I still need to recover. You know, it's gonna take me some time to.
Yes, 82. He was drinking during the stream. He was drinking during the stream to start it off. Yes, he started up the stream that way.
Tracks, but I really did give everything, and I'll never be ashamed of that. So. That's where I'm at with that right now. I'll keep going with this story. But right now, you know what I need?
A shot.
I need to hear some good stuff. I made that song because of her.
Okay, that's gonna keep playing. I have to take out the music. Music is the fastest way for you to get strike on YouTube. Okay, when it comes to like what I'm doing now, the commentary, well, I'm way overplaying his voice too, but I'm gonna have to like cut it off, take out some few parts. So what do you guys think so far? Right, I just feel like I want to play her video now, right, after this stream, but I feel like I'm not gonna be able to like have the energy to do so, because I really want to hear what she has to say. Like, I feel like there's a lot of rooms, a lot of things are kind of like omitted, right? Just the beginning of the relationship, how it played out, right? And I know, like, I sympathize with him. I'm jealous. I'm trying to be objective because I watch him, right? So I don't want to have a bias coming in like, yeah, she's wrong. So I'm trying not to like sympathetic to him, but I do feel like maybe, because take for example, let's say when she got pregnant. This is just an example. This is not, again, this is just an example, right? Let's say when she got pregnant, he's talking about, well, like his first reaction was like, no, you gotta get an abortion right now. Like, maybe that's why she was acting on that, right? Some of the things that she did. Again, I don't know that, right? But maybe that's what could give a rationale for some of her behavior, right? Because some of the things I'm just hearing so far, again, the fact that I watch him, I have a bias already, so I'm trying not to. So I'm just gonna try to go in there, giving her the benefit of the doubt, and just like giving a clean slate. Come back tomorrow night with video. Yes, I'm absolutely going to do so. Mel, good morning. Okay, I think the music stopped, so let's carry forward. Okay, sorry about that, guys.
Fast forward. We worked through some of these suicide attempts, which I now feel like it's a bit manipulative, in my personal opinion. And yeah, we get to the next portion. And the next portion is things are smooth. We've worked it out. We made up. We kissed. Okay. There was some lovey-dovey business going on.
Over the phone?
And fast forward to a month after the fact. Oh, actually, there's some context that does need to be said.
Okay.
During this period where we're having these talks and we're unsure, or she's unsure more. Let me make sure I have that video here. Okay, so you guys are now going to get to see one of my most private notes, okay? I want y'all to pay attention to the date. This is before we were broken up. You can see it at the top over here, all right? Boom, okay? Now, if you guys are wondering why it's written like this, it's because this is a voice memo that I recorded that I turned into a note to share with her some of my feelings that I've been feeling, okay? So I'm going to read it out to you guys. It says, and for me, you know, one thing that's important is that any child I do bring into this world, that I'm actively part of their life. That means that I'm seeing them on a regular basis and that I'm very close to their mother, ideally married. That's the best situation for me, and that we are together. That's what I truly, truly want. My biggest fear is that I have the opposite of that, that if I end up, what I want to say there is that if I end up in a situation we're distant, I can't spend time with my kid, and there's a separation of sorts, that prospect terrifies me, okay? And the reason I bring that is that the deepest parts of myself, there are some parts of you that are worried or are a bit nervous that you are still very much on the fence, that you aren't very certain, which at this stage isn't even an abnormal thing. And the reason why I'm saying that is like, we aren't deep enough into our dating journey for her to be certain about me, okay?
Exactly.
So I can understand, and especially being pregnant, hormonal, you know, I'm seeing it from her perspective. I can understand why she might be on the fence about the relationship still, okay? Which at this stage isn't even abnormal. But the potential outcome of us bringing this child and then you realizing this only afterwards terrifies the shit out of me. I want to bring it up to you because I'm not just mentioning this out of the blue. I'm going to skip ahead a little bit here. I do feel over the time that we've known each other, you've brought up a lot of problems that you have with me, be it the way I run my personal stuff, the way I talk, my judgment, you know, you stuff relating to my past quite a lot. And yes, you've moved past it. So for more big context, she's like mentioned, okay, again, not trying to vilify her. She would bring up a lot of problems. Some of them I felt were very ridiculous, personally. And some of the stuff she should have known before she got with me. And someone saying, like, I have a problem with your past is a weird thing to say, considering, like, I am who I am publicly. So why would you come out all of a sudden and say that to me? Or, like, my sense of humor or things like that. Like, it's just like, lady, you're like, you're going to do this now? But she had issues. You're entitled to those. My main issue is you are here now. And here at the 11th hour, you want to bring up stuff that you should have known beforehand. So then why are you doing that? But it's her right.
I'm saying essentially if you have these problems and we have this kid and it's irreconcilable, that's an issue for me, okay? But I just want you to understand that the mounting of things that I felt like I've been cutting up that have become sources of issues for us, it makes me wonder if you're simultaneously both loving me and at the same time not sure if I'm the man for you. And as far as I'm being asked to change some aspects of myself and some very core to me, I worry that some of these are irreconcilable differences. And yeah, my concern is bringing a kid into that situation. It's a bit scary. So I wanted to kind of just share that with you, what I'm thinking. And yeah, I can handle you not wanting me. I can't handle having a child with you and then finding that out. There you go. Okay, you guys can see it there on the screen. And I think that's a fair statement. You know, my thing wasn't the fear of being co-parents. Guys, relationships get together, they break up sometimes. That's okay. That happens. The only thing I told her, the one thing that I didn't want when we would have conversations is I don't want to go into a baby mama situation. I don't want to have a kid with somebody and we're already broken up. That's like, no, that's the one thing I don't want, okay? I'm fine if we try and we go to therapy and we go to counseling and we do everything. We love each other, so let's try. And then if we break up afterwards, I can live with that. We did what we could. My issue with her is that I started to feel like she didn't want to try, okay?
I'm starting to think she didn't have, she's not pregnant.
She knows this. That's the only thing I asked this entire time. She's never told me that she wanted a kid. All she's told me is that she's unsure or she doesn't want it. She's scheduling an abortion. So this whole time, I've been fine for the relationship, fine to keep the kid, okay? And you guys, I have much more examples of this, but I'm not trying to go through everything because your boy's trying to go dancing tonight, okay? Fast forward, things are going better, okay? I think that I'm enjoying a good relationship, that we've figured things out, we've worked through it. And when you work through things, you feel closer to the person. Like, damn, me and this motherfucker have been fighting through shit, you know what I mean? I'm out dancing one Thursday, the same way I'm gonna be dancing tonight. I get a call from her, can we talk? Immediately at the middle of the dance, I'm like, She's like, you can get home and we'll talk then. But whatever inside of me felt off, okay? I said, no, I'm gonna leave, which I never do. But you know, this is the future mother of my children, the person I'm supposed to maybe marry, I don't know. So I go home, I get on the call. I want to say that I maybe said 5 words and she did most of the talking. And you know what I'm gonna say, guys? There's nothing worse than when someone breaks up with you, okay? And they want to say a bunch of compliments. This is the most fucking exhausting thing. It's like, bitch, just get this shit over with. I said it.
Welcome, Veronica. Okay, I'm not going to say that. Also, I hit the like button. Wait, is this the Veronica that's always beefing with Jelly? Is this the real Veronica? Or is this just a troll? I need a moderator.
Voice note that you guys saw before. I can handle you not wanting me. I can't handle you not wanting me after the child is here.
What?
Yeah. So I said, I can handle you not wanting me. I can't handle having a child with you and then finding that out. Cool. Up until now, she never wanted a kid. She tried to have multiple abortions. Okay? Tell me how this lady gets on a call with me and says, I'm ending the relationship and I'm keeping the baby. Oh, shit. Any more days.
Adios, mios.
Bukai! Yo, when I say I was floored, I didn't say a word. I was so blown away. I was like, is this real life? And now, and I literally never saw it coming. She never spoke to me, never gave me a heads up. And I'll prove it to you guys, okay? Don't worry, there's proof. Guys, the call, the way it ended, I'll tell you what she said. And she was giving me a speech. Oh, you were so amazing. You're the best. Blah, 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 blah. And okay, peep this. Peep this. She gets to the end and she says that. And my first reaction, I'm still in shock because this is the one outcome I asked her not for. And she blindsided me with it. And I said, okay, just keep me updated. Bye. And you guys might think that reaction is crazy, but having her cut me out already a couple times, for her to do that this way and for the kid thing to be dropped that way was insanity. I can't tell you, this is by far the worst betrayal anyone's ever done to me. And I'll probably process that for a while, to be honest with you. But I was fucked up, not gonna lie. That night, I think I'm...
Okay, I can't do this anymore. Can you guys let me know? let me know in the chat. Did she keep the baby? Because I feel like this was gonna happen. She keep it, don't keep the baby. Don't keep it, don't keep the baby. Because I tried not to get the answers before this, right? But I can't do this anymore. I thought she went through an abortion, right? And that's why I'm even here, to kind of hear what happened, what led to that. But I feel like straight in the beginning, it's like, yeah, this is actually more complicated than that. It's not keep the baby, don't keep the baby, etc. But okay, let's see. Veronica, welcome. At this Angela at 82 says she could have been lying just to keep him around. Now I'm starting to think so. This is a little bit kind of scary. I'm starting to wonder if there ever was a baby. I don't think so. But please, it's okay to leave. It's okay to like give me the to spoil the story. Okay, I'm really wondering, like, does she keep the baby, or does she never got pregnant in the beginning?
Passed out and just try to live. The next day I texted her, I'm like, you know what? If you could lie to me this whole time and keep me in the dark about this and then fuck me up with the betrayal that big, I don't want to co-parent with you. I said, listen, if you're going to have it, I prefer if you didn't, because you've been wanting to have this abortion this whole time. I said to her, I prefer if you did it, but if you're going to do it, whatever. Oh, is that preach? Oh, you going to jump in? They thought you hated me.
No, I wasn't.
Were you listening the whole time?
Yeah.
How is it?
Good job.
Okay.
Good job. It's just that I was in the show an hour and a half away from here.
Yeah. She said when Preach finds out, he gonna leave y'all. I was like, you stupid as fuck, bitch.
Shit, you stupid as fuck.
All right.
I'm sorry. Let me shut that off, cause
Yeah.
I was in my car. I was jogging. I left. I was an hour and a half.
Abba reminds me of me. When I say the B word, right? People are like, oh, I can't believe he said that. They act like I'm not like. I shouldn't say those bad words, right? When he just said that, I don't know, make me chuckle. It reminds me of me. He reminds me of me.
On stage at 8. I left at 8:15. It's 9:03.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
I appreciate you. You know how.
Because you said you want to do this tomorrow, but I'm like, this can't wait. I want to go out dancing tonight.
I didn't know that's what you. I didn't understand that's what you were doing.
Yeah.
Until I realized I put the dots together, one on one together, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
It is that. All right, cool.
Yeah.
You took the whole spot. You moved.
Because I was going to do some dancing. I set up the camera. I was going to do some dancing later. We will get a little session in. All right. So I'll keep going from where I'm at. So
you good? Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good. To be honest, I'm actually good. I told them the same thing I told you.
I know, bro, but I'm just.
I know. I appreciate you. A couple of boys hit me up. I said, listen, guys. Let's
I didn't hit you. Yeah, no. Just speak your shit.
Yeah.
Talk your shit.
So it was, for me, the worst betrayal, to be honest. And I'll own up to this. It's not a responsible thing to respond the way that I did. But I hope you guys understand the shock that I had in the moment. And with a few months, I might have changed in my mind. To be honest with you, co-parenting with someone like her, I just can't imagine it. She is the way she handled this whole shit was demonic, okay? I'll still defend her in a lot of regards, but I'm glad, like, one of the most happy parts, guys, like the reason why I can smile today is like as fucked up all this drama is, I don't got to co-parent with her. You know what I'm saying? I don't got to be tethered to this person for the rest of my life. I will be eternally grateful for that. I'm sad about other parts. There's some things I'm mourning. But just imagine how crazy all this is, and you guys are going to do your clicks. I don't mind. Go crazy. I ain't going to trip. But
At the end of the day, I'm okay. What do you want to say?
No, I'm just waiting for the juicy part.
Juicy part.
Okay.
The part where I get to call her a witch.
So, when she hears that I don't want anything to do with her, initially she's like, cool, bye. Fuck you then. I block her ass because I'm like, bitch, you betrayed me, so fuck you, right? I didn't say that
it's not good.
literally, but I'm like, be gone out of my life, witch. Tell me.
I'm jealous. I don't think he dodged the bullet. If she's really pregnant, this is just the beginning. Oh, this is just the beginning. And that's why I'm kind of like, I'm done with like trying to find out if she's really pregnant at the end. It's like, I want to know now, is she really pregnant?
Get bombarded by everyone in her circle with blackmail threats.
Why do you think? We can speculate, but
So this piece of garbage,
I thought she was nice.
not in this moment, she's a garbage right now. You know, people shift. People go through phases. I was a garbage in my younger years. You know what I mean? Okay.
I am mad at you right now.
So she had sent me a recording that she had done of her call. I didn't know she was recording. So you guys, I need you, maybe it's normal online. It's not normal to me. I've never had someone record a call with me. And then she had uploaded it to YouTube in a private account, and she sent me the fact that she recorded our final call. The one where I was really upset about how things unfolded and how I was really done with her and I felt betrayed. I was upset. I was wilded. Okay? You can say whatever you want about that call. She can play.
Oh, we have to hear that. We have to hear that. Again, part of the story, of course, right? But we have to hear that call
The
and find it.
betrayal I felt at that time and how she could do that to me after everything I tried, I was like, yo, fuck you. She recorded it. I was blown away. That's why I have the recordings I have now. Because when I realized she was recording and she was trying to build some kind of case, I said, I'm going to keep my recordings from the future going forward. Okay? So she sends me texts. I don't engage. I block her. She sends it from a different number, sending me the link to the video. And do you guys see what it says here? Video 1 of 10. Okay? And I'm going to just move it to the side. You can see the text. But the text says, I told her release it. You know why I said release it? I don't care. Genuinely. I don't run my life in a way that if it became public, I'm terrified. I told her fucking release it. It's worth having you out of my life. Let's see if I got more of this shit. Then her friend started messaging me. Look what this goober ass posted. Y'all see this?
The phone number.
We can't see it.
I don't care. Fuck the name or fucking phone number. You see this? So she's like, yo, I'm gonna contact them.
I'm laughing because I can see him. He's so pissed about this whole thing. He's just like, he's been doxing her the whole time, right? I think this video is gonna go down, right? Even in my video, I have to kind of like try to edit out like some of her personal information. I may have to like bring this video down later. Let's see what happened in a week, okay? Because I feel like after it's all said and done, she's probably gonna say, okay, let's let bygones be bygone, right? But take down the video and try to like wipe off all videos of this as an internet, right? So he may start giving us strikes because they don't give us strikes. They're very liberal when it comes to like using their content, right? But I think me doing like this extensive like reaction, right? I'm pretty sure they can try to like take this video down. So
Crazy that is. I want y'all to think about how crazy that is. Someone you trusted, someone you loved, someone you gave everything to, and they had their friends say they were going to blackmail you by contacting the ops. Now, from her perspective, what she's going to say is, I felt abandoned. Bitch, you abandoned me first. You gave me the one outcome I didn't ask, and then you cut me out. And then in a 24-hour span, you were asking me to be supportive of you and to be like, okay, so how are we going to co-parent? That is a crazy thing to do. Now, she's hormonal. She's losing it. I'm going to be as charitable as I can be and say it's probably not easy on her end, but this is insane. Ain't it?
Is it before or after she's contacting me?
This is before.
whoa.
Here's another one here, a different person. And what I said, feel free. She would never, but her friends will. She sent her friends to go after me. Okay?
Wait.
What?
She has just a good support system.
She has such a good support, yeah.
She never would, but her friends will. And the emojis and the clowns. Nah.
Oh,
Yeah,
he got
okay.
set up.
Burn the whole town.
He got set up.
Okay, let's keep going.
He got set up.
And to give you guys an idea of how rampant this shit was, it was really weird. I'm not gonna lie. Like, when I say I was shocked, I don't say that lightly, okay? And I'm gonna play more recordings after. But I think it's always a good idea. You know what I mean? Just for a little bit of context. These are all the numbers I was having to block because she would not stop. The harassment was crazy, guys.
Whoa.
Okay, y'all see that? Put another up on screen.
I think Preach is drinking
Okay.
too.
This is from after. We'll get to that later. All right?
Jeez. Oh, he's drinking too.
To that after.
So when she made that video where she said, he blocked me 100 times, that's what she failed to fucking say.
Yeah, I have to block.
That's what she failed to say. He blocked me so many times. Yeah, but you contacted on different numbers. Ooh. The witch.
To be fair, I did definitely block her more than she blocked me, but at the same time, I was trying to get away from her multiple times. The suicide attempts, my sister's going through stuff. Like, yeah, it reeled me back in. What can I say? I'll own my own mistakes because I made them, okay? Caring too much for the wrong person, making too much effort, whatever insecurity in me that drives me to feel like I need to take care of people this way. It's not a good thing, especially when directed at the wrong person. I'll own that every time. I don't sit here, guys, and be like, Ab perfect or whatever. Nigga, no. All right? What happened? Oh, this? Oh, yeah, I'm going to keep needing it. You know what? Why am I acting like I'm not ready to go out dancing?
Yeah, exactly. You already had the wet towels, man.
I don't got one towel. I got two, okay? Because we about to salsa.
Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe, okay, to this channel. And also, I'm going to have Abba and Preach. I'm going to have their channel in the description of this video, okay, after it's done. Don't forget to subscribe to theirs too. And listen, because I'm pretty sure it looks like it's going to be more coming out because I'm going to follow the story. I think this is what I'm going to like focus on the next month or so.
Blackmail, I ain't tripping, bro. Like, put it out, whatever, just get out of my fucking life. A month goes by. Now I've had some time after she's harassed a bunch of people. She even contacted Preach, and I didn't even know until later. She started contacting, her friends were contacting people around me, blackmail threats, whatever it could be. A month and some change goes by, maybe. And now things are setting in. I've had time to process the betrayal, how I felt about it. But I think it's a good time now to play more of the recording. The reason why is that we discussed this around this time. Okay? And I'm going to go pretty early, and you're going to hear quite a lot of the recording. Again, I only started recording after I realized she tried to blackmail me. That's the only time. Okay?
Yeah, I don't, yeah, you're not safe. And that's okay. Thank you for letting me say all that. But yeah.
So the context right now, the reason why she's like this is that she had called me eventually and she apologized. She apologized because she knew she was tripping, and she admitted that she was mostly at fault, okay? During this apology call that she does, okay, a lot else gets said, but this is her after I'd responded to her apology call, okay? I don't know if it was like through text. I don't remember because a lot of this is hazy. I just remember she had a lengthy apology for everything that she did that was wrong.
I think just to debrief or to recap, I couldn't have you. I don't want you for us to separate and you not think that this was, really hard on me. And that I didn't love you. Again, I don't think the amount of, grief I had gone through this last month would have existed and still carry that today. I feel like the pregnancy kind of made me not think correctly and do things the right way, and it kind of messed things up weirdly, and I didn't move properly. And the only thing I can say to that is Like, I didn't know what I was doing, and I was honestly trying my best. And
Sorry, you guys can hear me clicking in the background. I'm doing the same pose I did when she broke up with me.
yeah, I'm sorry for everything.
It's okay. Like I said earlier, before we started this call, I don't want you to think that I want to do this to have a chance to litigate the past or prove my point. I really want to just let you be able to say what you want to say and kind of get things off your chest. And I appreciate you sharing all these things and yeah, do you have any questions that you want to ask me? Anything?
No, but I think really the only honest thing that I'm feeling right now is like you're not saying much, and that's just making me feel dumb for like saying everything that I said.
Why?
Pause. My boy, I'm
So
gonna tell
her
you,
apology, she's mad because I didn't reply in the way she needed to. So now she regrets her apology.
my boy,
Keep that.
my boy.
Keep
I'm
going.
gonna tell you something right now, okay? And it might be controversial, but I don't think so. In my lifetime, I've seen many pregnant women. And I can tell you that much. The pregnancy is not the problem. It's something else. 1, 2. So her body changed while you saw her being pregnant, right?
What are you trying to say? She wasn't pregnant?
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, what do you see? What certainty do you have
I
except her
believe she was
word?
pregnant.
What certainty except her word do you have that she was actually pregnant?
Okay, so you think she was?
That's a very good question. That is a very excellent question. If I was him, when they met up, she should have taken a test. She should have taken a test. I agree with him. The pregnancy didn't happen. I'm starting to think so. At the beginning, I was like, maybe not. We don't know, right? Because that's why I want the answer. Like, I want to know if Tanisha, yeah, I walked into it. Yeah, this is Abba and Preach. Yeah, so it's a whole like they're from the red pill community. They like call out the red pill people, right? So that's how I know them from like during like COVID. They blow up like during like covering like what's his name? The guys from like Miami, those little dweebs over there. So they blow up like kind of covering, exposing a lot of their like flawed logic. So, and I've been following them ever since. And now it's alleged that he got a woman pregnant and he left her, etc. And so far, I'm more convinced like that I don't think she was pregnant at all. But we'll see.
Certain. I'm not going to say what, but I'm certain.
You do?
Yeah, I'm certain.
Perfect. We don't need to go anything.
I'm going to defend her when I feel it's fair. She was pregnant.
First, fair, cool. All right.
So I told you, all my friends, all of them were like, this bitch lying. She wasn't pregnant. Also, keep in mind, she never once asked me for money, ever. Like, it's not a gold digger situation or whatever.
Gold digger situation. It's a crazy situation.
Maybe. I'm just saying, the people run with that narrative, like, it just didn't happen. So I just want to.
I'm jello. Oh no, I'm so pissed. Okay. My mic was muted. Sorry, guys. I was saying how she could have been doing this for the long play, right? You're mute. I know. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. She could have been doing this for the long play, right? The long play is basically, yes, in the beginning of the relationship, right? If she was doing the long play kind of thing, she's not going to ask for money. Then it's going to be like, she's going to feel like he's going to think she's like everyone else, right? You just want him for his money, right? For the long play is, I think when she started saying, my friends are going to do this, right? Or the friends got involved, and the fact that she's bringing it to YouTube, right? I don't think she expected him like to act this way, right? I think what she probably wanted was like, hey, here's a little 50 grand right now. Here's a little $40,000. Now go away, right? Because she feels like people are going to say, well, you did this to a pregnant woman. Like, how can you do this, right? And this goes against everything he's preached about, right? About the red pill community, right? So that's what I'm thinking the long play probably was. Because that's what I'm trying to like, I have to like kind of like do research on her to see if she was ever on YouTube or et cetera, right? And kind of see if like, I don't know, just learn more about her, right? Kind of see if like, because I feel like there's money supposed to be involved. Like there's supposed to be some transaction, because the long plays is usually where you see more of a lump sum of money comes in place, right? Because she's probably done doing this for like, again, like $10,000, probably like 50 grand or more, right? Because this right now, if she was pregnant and this comes to online, right? This can destroy his whole reputation, because these guys are like, they're big on YouTube. I think they have like almost like 2 million subscribers or more subscribers. I have to kind of like look at it, right? So they can definitely hurt the image, right? If her allegations were true, right? That's if, right?
Man, why am I defending her? Yo, she a golden. Go ahead. What do you want to say?
No, it's just that all that I've seen people being wrong, and I've seen people being very, very, very highly hormonal in their pregnancies. That, my friend, is something else.
Sure.
Wait, is she pregnant now?
People are different.
No, let's keep going with the story.
Oh, let's keep going, please.
It doesn't make me feel dumb. It just makes me feel like a little. Obviously, it was fine for me to say that, and thank you for holding space for me to even explain all that. I promise you, that was my reality, and that was all true. But I did kind of like pour my heart out, and
I just feel like if I start doing the same, we're gonna probably start arguing, because you're gonna like disagree with how I view things or the way I view them, and I didn't want to invalidate whatever it is that you're feeling or do any of that. So I think that's why I'm just not.
okay.
That's why I'm not. That's it right there. I stopped engaging, because every time I would disagree, it was always like, you're more wrong. My feeling. So I was like, you know what? Cool. I just stopped talking. And that's what you're seeing right there, okay? I'm going to move the recording along. I'm going to...
He probably stopped talking to because he was recording. He was just collecting evidence. Yeah, so they have 2.26 million subscribers, right? And that's why I felt like someone like her, the way she's kind of moving, is more for the long play. A long play of like getting the money at the end, right? And I felt like she felt like, oh yeah, he's probably gonna like pay off a lump sum just not to bring this to the internet, and so not to like destroy his reputation and potentially bring down his audience, right? But I think Abba was onto something. He's like, nah, let's just burn the whole thing down.
Why I pulled away, and you guys are going to hear her reaction, okay?
Okay.
I didn't see any of that coming. You know, I also spent time thinking about it. I mean, as far as the end goes, you know, obviously I didn't see any of that coming, and I kind of just didn't say anything at the time, because obviously I was very caught off guard, and on top of that, it was like an outcome I never could have ever imagined. So, you know, with the shock and everything, all I wanted was to just kind of get away. And I understand that from your perspective, you might have felt like you needed me, but honestly, it felt like you like ran a truck through my head, and I didn't want to say anything because I had no control or any say in it. So it's just like, I just couldn't be supportive. I couldn't be there for you. because I was just, yeah, I don't know.
No, I knew I did that to you.
Yeah, and I'll just say, like, you know, I don't know, my response wasn't great, but, you know, it felt like I got ran over, and then I was, like, asked to be supportive and present by, like, the person who ran me over. And when I just kept wanting to, like, get away, like, I was just bombarded. And so then I just started attacking. And
By bombarded, I mean I was harassed by all her friends and threatened with blackmail.
I'm not proud of that response, but
Yeah. Yeah, she's about the long play. She's about the long game, long play. So she probably can get like a cool, at least 50 grand, 100 grand from this, right? Because he got the money.
what I could have done in that moment when I tried to get away, you know, like, and, you know, I'm really not someone who spends time being
But
cruel
you're
to
still
people around
drinking.
them or stuff like that. I'm generally very, very, very calm, but I definitely felt like, yeah, I don't know. I think I felt like there was not much space for me throughout quite a lot of it, and
All right, you're gonna hear me a little bit emotional. You know what I mean? Members only access. Turn this portion off. You want to see them tears? Yeah.
We didn't know it was that until you said it. To be honest, maybe you had the sniffles.
I think I just
You're gonna hear it. It's gonna be pretty clear.
Was crying?
yeah. I don't know.
Damn, I didn't hear.
Think
I
the
thought he
relationship
had
as
the
a whole.
sniffles. Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew that
It's okay. Like, I know you know, but I just let me.
and I'm sorry that I kept like trying to reach out. I'm not saying this is right. I was so desperate to figure out, like, oh, well, I knew that at that point we were just like at war and we were just fighting. But like, I just was so desperate to figure out what to do with the pregnancy, and me wanting to keep it, and then I had broken up with you because I wanted to keep it, but then that was like a dumb thing that I did. Again, I froze, and that ended up the way that ended up. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just
Yeah. What? He wanted the baby, but you broke up with him because you wanted to keep the baby. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Is it me, or does she sound like Kim Kardashian? Is it just me? Just wondering, guys.
like, I don't know what the heck. My like cognitive ability was just like so impaired by all this pressure, and yeah, and then again, that's why I reached out to Preach, and I was just so desperate to figure it out and do the right thing, and it was like soul crushing. Like, this whole thing didn't like just hit like my heart, like it crushed my spirit, like everything did. Like from the moment, you know, even like me having that phone call with you, and me like not realize, like, and everything happened so quick, and even like a few weeks after, I knew it was my fault, but like I was like, I knew you were going through like your process of like shock in the beginning, but it was the week I had the abortion, and Kimberly had came back to help me. I think this was 2 weeks after talking to you, after our last talk. And yeah, it was actually. It was 2 weeks after. I was still trying to figure out if I wanted the baby. I had gone through like a weird shock.
She was so shocked. Her first reaction was to run to Fresh and Fit. Anyone else, like, to be honest with you guys, that's like, to me, so insane. I've never had a problem with someone so severe that I'm like, I'm going to blackmail you, or I'm going to contact your biggest enemy and tell them a secret I think is going to destroy you. Like, that's so goddamn corny.
Even her,
And to someone you love, like, you know, you guys hear me here. I don't talk about her like she's the devil. She definitely did some fucked up shit. But I'm still very much, there's some love in me because we went through something difficult. Genuinely. I'm still mourning the abortion, everything that happened with it. It's a tough thing for me. Be honest with you, I'm going to have to figure that out, and that's my own experience.
Yeah, I don't think she was pregnant. I'm sorry. Hey, I don't think she was pregnant. I don't think she was pregnant. But then she's gonna show receipts, but you can fake all those receipts. But I want to know, did he watch her take a pregnancy test? If I was him, that's something I would do. And then go into the ops. This was a long game. This is a long, like she said, like the blackmail kind of thing game, right? And I think people like him, Abel needs to like realize that just because someone doesn't ask you for money week 2 or day 1 doesn't mean they don't want money, right? They probably have the long game in play, and that's why she was talking about the baby and I'm gonna take the baby out, etc. All that stuff, and then it's like Then he's like, well, I want to keep the baby, and she's like, well, kind of, I'm gonna break up with you because I want to keep the baby. Like, how does that even make sense? I think the confusion is to cause us fighting, so that way maybe so she can bring that information to the ops, like, and she was hoping that he probably would pay her off, right? Ultimately, I think he may just do that. I don't know. The way it's playing out, he's probably saying the F no, I'm not gonna do that, right? But I don't know. But when she starts to like come in the next week and say I have a book deal and start going on the op tour, right? Maybe, I don't know. So we'll see how this is gonna play out. But I'm definitely here for this, right?
There's just certain things that she did, and she just doesn't recognize the gravity of it or what kind of betrayal it is. Go ahead.
Just in the way that you contacted me.
What did she
You
say?
were off.
Oh.
Why contact me? I felt like she wanted to use me. That's what it felt like. It was weird.
Doing the right thing. You said it's all about the money, and it backfired on her. Not yet, because in this YouTube game, you know how it works, right? His ops are definitely going to give her the bag to like interview her. So you're going to hear Myron, like, trust me. Oh, this YouTube streets. Again, that's why I said he probably may pay her off. Because if he doesn't pay her off, the ops is going to do so. They're going to pay her off lovely, right? Or she probably can start a YouTube channel off that, of like saying, hey, this is what Abin Preach did to me, right? And it doesn't matter what you say, there's always going to be audience for that, right? They have 2.26 million subscribers. She can start her whole YouTube career off that, right? And it works. So in terms of like backfiring, like she probably didn't get the initial like bag that she wanted. If she probably know how she is, she may find a way to create that for her, right? Avenue to do so. So I'm jealous. Said so 2 weeks after she said she was keeping the baby and dumping him, she ended the pregnancy. Yeah. So looks like she doesn't have the baby. I don't think she was ever pregnant. Now, the more I hear more of this, again, we're gonna give her a chance. We're gonna listen to her later, right? But not today. Okay.
I don't know what you're trying to do here, but it's hella weird.
Yep.
The making the rounds to contact the others. It's not you contacted one person, bitch. You made the rounds to contact everybody. Some dumb people fell in the trap. Fit, Fresh, Stevie. You contacted everybody. That is not, I didn't know what to do. I think one of the last things that you told me in that text that you sent me was, I think I know how I'm going to proceed. That's what you chose to do?
Yeah. Peep it though. Someone said, yo, Abba, stay away from these snow bunnies. She a rice bunny. It's different, okay? I promise. Fully rice made, all the way from the Philippines. Highly approved. Give everyone a shout out.
Nah, man. You don't have no bad words for her. She's a witch.
You know what it is, bro?
Full blown.
I made peace with it.
I made peace with it. Even this whole thing, like the reason why I'm like this, the feelings I feel is more so in regards to the pregnancy and everything involved with that. That's tough on me, to be honest with you. That's the part that gets to me. But her, like, I've moved on, truly, like actually in my heart. And I hope she finds happiness. She's got issues and she got to go figure that out. And I hope she gets better. But I don't feel any type of way. The reason why I don't have any words of anger for her, to be honest with you, is because I'm over it.
And you know what the thing is? I'm sorry. I'm going to say one thing. I'm sorry. Because I do know some witches. And that's not what you are.
Yeah.
Because all the witches that I got in my life, they're actually pretty good. You a succubus. You suck the life out of people. That's what you do.
I used to call her a vampire. I used to call her that.
Cousins.
Yeah.
That's what you do. That's what it is. And then you pull this. You're looking so dead on the video, your face not moving. Oh no, you a succubus. You look dead outside and inside, my girl.
Yeah.
You a succubus. I have no love for you. None.
Guys, I know people are like, yo, Al, man, I'm so sorry.
Yes, the night guy, Angela, the night guy, yes, Aberrant Preach exposed him. And he's never been the same ever since then. He's never been the same ever since then. I should have covered that. You know, this is what I'm gonna do. I think I found my new lane. Okay, I'm gonna focus on the fitness and just like and do like the this kind of like community stuff, right? Yeah, they exposed him and he's never been the same. So he won his lick back, and his like they actually destroyed his YouTube channel. Like actually not destroyed, like made it like made the viewers go down, right? Because how much they did such a good job, like. Call out his hypocrisy. So he's been wanting his lick back for a very long time now.
Done this live like 3 months ago, I'd have been fucked up. Right now, I'm actually in a really good spot. Yeah, I mean, life is pretty good. You know, your boy's slimming down, exercising every day, doing his thing, going to see people, see friends, family.
We're not friends.
You know what I'm saying?
We're not friends.
Just came back from my brother's wedding.
But she's a succubus.
So like this is not fresh for me, okay?
No, it's not. It's not fresh.
All right.
It's stupid, which is technically the same thing.
And we got some good music out of it. And we're going to get some more. Don't worry, bro. Got some other tracks coming down the pipe, all right? So us separating and going through this is going to release. Think about it. I made that music video. Wait, which one am I talking about right now? Because I heard the Fresh and Fit Boys are here.
Listen up, yeah, do your thing because they're going to go. They're going live at midnight, so they need to gather some things.
I mean, I made this after me and her ended. Do you understand how much she was amused in her absence?
See, I just like me too. Don't forget to check out my my music channel. Okay, it's Nomad Journey Music. Yeah, I like the song.
Not happen if I was still dating her. You know what I mean? We thank you, Libertin Karina.
No, I don't want no women, no. No, I don't want no woman. No, I don't want your cuddles, no.
Okay, I think my video is probably gonna be strict. They're gonna strike it. Yes. So anyway, yes. I think it's almost over. How long have I been live for? Let's see. An hour 47 minutes. So maybe give it like 5 more minutes. It's gonna be over. So what do you guys think? I look forward to like reviewing what she has to say. And I know she's reached out to like. There's another YouTuber. I think she's really big. She does a commentary, and her YouTube channel was like deleted previously before, and I think YouTube gave her back her channel. And she has this other YouTube channel too. It's pretty cool. She travels all around the world. Her big one is like 800,000. What is her name? This is like I think something Cheryl. So the girl contacted her. To try to get an interview. So she's reaching out to everyone. So we'll see. So I think it's almost over, and I'm trying to think if I should probably go live again to like hear her side of the story. So what I'm gonna try to do now, let me just focus on this now. So what do you guys think? How do you think he handled the situation? I honestly believe this is a long play. This is a long play. The reason I'm saying so is that it's just how everything is now. Like she's contacting the ops right now. She's going like the ops tour, right? And the pregnancies, like you want to leave him. You want to leave him. You wanted to leave him because you were going to keep the child, but he wanted to keep the child, right? And I think maybe she never got pregnant. I think when she heard what happened, like the fact that he probably can't, like his sperm count is low, she probably saw there's an opportunity to say, you know what, I'm going to make sure like I put it like this plan set in place where it's going to like kind of like, I think she played more emotional like game with him because she knows that's something that would have held him in, right? And I think he just needs to learn from this. He needs to learn from this. And you could tell like that really got to him, okay? So I think the music is over. Now let's continue.
Even be angry enough to say anything. I just accepted it.
Oh, you hear me tearing up a little bit, boys.
And then everything that followed afterwards was like,
The blackmail.
I felt like I was just getting kicked. In every direction. I couldn't talk about it to anybody.
Damn.
Not because I was afraid or reputation.
All right, so you guys can kind of hear it. You know what I mean, to spend the whole time there.
I'd rather hear you cry for this than losing the monetization of us trying to.
Oh yeah, say what you think.
I'd rather
I don't mind.
saving kids was good, but
Listen, it's real.
saving you guys was better.
It's real. It's a difficult thing to experience. So for me, I don't mind. I'm not ashamed of that at all. All right, move on.
I regret that. I regret the way I handled it. I knew you to know that, like, you're saying, like, you knew what I was I explained, like, the debilitating decision making, like, I was doing every day. I was going back and forth every day. I was just trying to figure out what to do, and I regret the way I handled it. And I feel like the first few weeks I was like thinking about you first. I feel like I was like in a triangle of like, okay, if I don't have the baby, then things can continue going on with Abba. But if I have the baby, then it's just like all this pressure with someone, I
understand that's what you thought in your head, but like, I think the frustrating part for me is I literally flew down to be there for you for the abortion. I don't know how things were going to go afterwards, but like I would have supported you regardless. But
don't think that I look at you and I don't care about how you feel. Like, you don't think at the time I'm like seeing you and I do love you, and I'm like looking at you and I'm like, this guy's devastated. And then a part of me is like, I also don't want to, but I'm like, again, I was like in this triangle where like, okay, if I don't have the baby, things can still move forward, because it's like we can still figure out if we're compatible. We can still figure all that out. And yeah, if I don't think if the pregnancy happened, I don't think any of this would have happened. But sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't know. I think I always told you the outcome I would have preferred. But I told you I would support you regardless, and I'd be there for you. And I think I try to show up both emotionally and physically by being there in person. I think I went out of my way to try to make that clear to you. And I also didn't lie to you. I didn't tell you I'm going to be fine, everything's going to be great. I told you, like, it's going to be tough on us. It's going to be tough on you. It's going to be tough on me. I don't know how I'm going to change afterwards. I can only tell you that I'm dreading it. And I think that's a reasonable and, like, mature response to the whole situation. I don't need anyone to coddle me or anything like that. Like, I know these things are going to be difficult. And who knows, maybe it does break us. Who knows? But I would never force you into parenthood before you're ready. And I always told you that.
She didn't want it.
Always. And I understand you may have not felt that way, but I just need you to know from my perspective, like, I really tried to convey to you what I wanted whilst letting you know that I would have your back to the best of my abilities, whatever you choose. And I understand you might have felt differently. I'm just saying what I said and what I tried to do in terms of actions. Okay? Right? Because you didn't want me there for the abortion. Remember? I had to convince you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wanted to be there for it. And I told you it's my responsibility. It was not to convince you. When I got there at that hotel, I was not trying to talk to you about it. And to tell me, like, we'll have more kids in the future, all this stuff. I was like, you don't have to say this stuff. It doesn't make me feel.
I just want to say that's such a weird thing to hear from somebody when they're telling you they want to have an abortion. They're like, oh, by the way, I'm going to give you more kids after we get rid of this one. It is such a bizarre thing. And I know she was just in her own way trying to.
Yeah, because she's not pregnant. She's not pregnant. That's kind of messed up because I feel like now he's probably gonna live the rest of his life. Like, let's say he never has another child, right? Because of like his sperm count. Like, he needs to see a doctor again, right? I think that he's always gonna have that in the back of his mind. Like, what if that was real? And I think that's where he's stuck on now. Like, what if I was given an opportunity, like, to take care of a child now, and I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I could have done this differently. I could have done that. I just feel like he got gamed. That's it. It's that simple.
Me the fuck off, but I didn't say nothing.
Good, and it's okay.
That's a moment where you would use it. Yo, shut the fuck.
Yeah.
When you say, oh yeah, you say it to me all the time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be there. We just got a big day tomorrow. Let's just get through it. And like, that's me telling you I don't like what's happening, but I'm here because I care about you. You understand? So I think what's tough for me is like, I think throughout this whole process, I know, like, you were, and I think I was learning over time. You know, I didn't know at the beginning, but, like, you know, after our first large issue post-pregnancy, like, I think I started to understand the mental and, like, toll it was taking on you, you know? And I was constantly just basically biting my tongue whenever there was something that was happening, because I imagined in my head, like, this is mostly due to the pregnancy, and, like, it'll be okay.
So that's why I'm saying I'm smoothing over all the problems that she was starting, because in my head, I'm like, most of this is due to the hormones and the pregnancy, not actually our issues, which wasn't entirely accurate, but I was trying to be diplomatic.
But it was like,
Whoa. I'm jealous says, you know what would make sense of her behavior if she was pregnant by someone else other than Abba. That would make a lot of sense. That would make a lot of sense. But I knowing someone like, except he's like, this is what I was saying. I'm jealous, right? A lot of women usually date guys. I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there. I guess what I'm wanted to say too is that I feel like knowing her, she probably would have, like, again, I don't know too much about her. It's just like what's given on the internet. Is I feel like she probably would have went through with the kid, right? Because, like, they take the risk of, like, going through with the kid, right? And I just feel like she never was, because of, like, just the emotional roller coaster game that she's kind of playing about. Oh yeah, let's keep the kid, but now I'm breaking up with you because I'm keeping the kid. And then do you know what it was too? Was the fact that she said she wants to take her life. That to me is like, no, I don't think she was. And House of Queens says, Nomad, do you mind giving me your email? I have something to ask you that's really bouncing. Okay. Yeah, no problem. House of Queen, I'm going to post it. Give me a second. I have to, if you go to my wall, right, I have my email on my wall. So I'm going to pin it again. So if you want to send me an email, so I'm going to pin the post that has my email. Okay. And let me let this play. Let me pin it up right now.
like, maybe this is just for different reasons, and I don't think you're, like, malintentioned, but, like, I don't try to convince you that I loved you. You know, I know why? 'Cause I know I loved you. And whether you believe it or not, like, it won't even matter at all to me. But I'll be honest with you. Like, when we sat on a call and you're like, you might break up with me because you don't know if you'll be attracted to me. Like, when you were saying all this kind of stuff, like, I was just eating it on the chin.
Exactly, I'm
But,
jealous.
like, there were so many things throughout the whole thing that made me question how you felt about me. You know, I felt like you were quite critical, but I felt like you constantly try to pull me back in and try to reassure me and that you were here to stay. And then, like, You know, there were like 2-3 times where I was like, it's okay. Like, I don't feel like you want me, and I accept it. Like, this is even like early too, and like you would always try to tell me, and I'm like, okay.
I don't
And then
I don't know if I felt that early. And the conversations I had with you,
So there was a lot of conversations like that where she would like raise a lot of these issues. And I'm like, lady, if this is over, it's okay. Let's just let it end. But why do you keep roping me back in? Like, why do you raise a million issues, say you're not sure, and then when I try to leave, you're like, I'm going to kill myself. Or my sister's like, that's what pissed me off more than anything. Because I was already ready to go at earlier points. But she's the one who really convinced me to invest myself more. And for her to like quit at the 11th hour was just like, it was the last straw for me. So I'm not going to play more. I'm pretty sure there's more of her admitting how wrong she was, but like, it's fine. At the end of the day, what matters is that it ended. She wanted us to reconcile and wanted us to work things out numerous times. And, you know, I was trying to meet her halfway. I was trying to be supportive of her because we went through something difficult.
Halfway.
And this is the last point I'm going to make. Okay.
The last one.
This is the final point. Because you guys remember early,
Take notes.
I said there was 3 things she said. She never quits, well, we established she's a quitter.
The cheat? Oh,
She would keep the child if she was pregnant. Well, you guys see from the messages and everything involved, she wanted to abort it multiple times, and I was the one who didn't want that.
And she won't cut you off.
And the third thing
cheating?
is that she's not a cheater or someone who courts the attention of other men. Why am I bringing this up?
I'm jealous. Is this
After we
what-
separated, you know, we had this period like here during this call where we're talking.
Right.
And after that point, you know, I tried to be emotionally supportive of her. I'm like, you know, go to therapy, whatever. We weren't seeing each other physically. She wanted to. She made like a lot of efforts for us to go get back together. After supposedly I did all these bad things, she wanted us to physically be in the same space. And I kept being hesitant about it. I would be like, yes, but you know, my spirit is telling me something's off about
My
this.
mom told me no.
And eventually, I came to the answer that no, I don't want that. And I'll show you guys just an idea. And we ended things on good terms, in my opinion.
Apparently not, bro.
I know. But look at this
Apparently
message,
not.
okay? Because you guys are going to see, like, I send a message that says, hey, I know you haven't pressured me at all. I appreciate your concern. I've thought about seeing you many times, thought about us together, but in the end, I can't bring myself to do it. No matter how much I love you, I lost myself in our relationship, and I realized I have a hard time being myself with you. I don't want to go back there. I know you don't want me there. Still, I want to support you from afar. I wrote that last song wrong. She definitely wanted me there, but it doesn't matter. I will always support you from afar. I learned so much from our relationship, and I know how good your heart is, okay? I talk about her the exact same way. You know, here she is. Happy birthday in advance. I'll be thinking about you on the day. She sent me this like months in advance before my birthday. I'm sorry for coming off inconsiderate or insulting or insensitive on the call. You're right. I was. My heart's been debilitating heavy. It was selfish of me, but it's not fair for me to ask you anything. It was selfish of me, and I'm sorry for being insensitive on so many ways. I'm glad you haven't been feeling what I've been feeling. I'm praying, blah, blah, blah. She mentions how difficult this whole process is for her. But aside from the romance, it is the person I met and the Ab I met. And the person, in the end, the human in you who I am grieving. I don't just let go of people easy. My heart easy. I'm sorry for absolutely everything from the bottom of my heart. I'll be thinking about you and your happiness, and that's not going away anytime soon. It's hurt a lot because I know it was an alignment and not the love. Thank you for everything. I know you gave me everything. I'm sorry for everything. I'll be okay. Don't worry about me. I love you. Don't have to text me anymore. I said, hey, I saw your message. I thought of everything. Appreciate you. And I said, I'll be rooting for you from afar. Okay. Now, good message, right?
Yes, versus cheating.
While we were talking during this period, and she was really trying to set up meetings, which I think she tried to set up like 2 or 3, and I kept saying no every time, and I canceled on all 3. She told me something that was very interesting. You guys remember how she presented herself as first? Christian woman, very demure, very chill.
You said demure.
You know, you see her Instagram, like, you know, very chill. So, like, this is the person, she would never court the attention of other men. If another man approaches her, blah, 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 all this other stuff. She was, like, overcompensating, and she was very territorial and jealous. And to give you guys some context, if you guys go to my Instagram, I follow like 43 people, okay? Most of them dancers or artists or my family members.
But not me.
Not him. Yeah.
Oh, no.
So you're not an artist, a family member, or, you know. So,
Or a friend.
so
You know how
the reason why I'm
fucking
contextualizing it's really important this part, okay? Because you're going to start to see my reaction why. When you believe someone, you believe them for who they present themselves. This girl, one time she got mad at me because I was following this like random dancing lady who does like a lot of tutorials and stuff in regards to bachata. I like this stuff. I like watching people. I'm someone who practices dance technically.
You like bachata?
No, but her footsteps. She did Dominican bachata.
Yeah, never mind.
She did Dominican.
No, Dominican bachata
Yo, so
is the
the
shit.
footwork was fire.
I'm a Haitian man giving props to the Dominican for the bachata. I gotta give him.
Peep it.
Yeah.
Peep it.
Yeah.
I like watching. I don't post comments. I don't like posts. I'm not somebody who's on Instagram Thursdays. To me, that's retarded. I just don't do it. She'd gone through my follow list and had an issue because I was following like 1 or 2 dancers, and I appreciated the fact that they were very gifted, but these actually very talented dancers. Okay. So she raises the issue to me, and she's like, "I just don't think it's a good look. I just don't think it's appropriate." Blah 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 blah. And me, I'm like, I've never had someone bring this up to me in my past, but I was like, I'm not arguing with you. You know, you're pregnant, whatever. This is a problem. I just unfollowed them. Didn't care. Didn't argue. Why am I laughing? The whole time this lady had a Facebook, Instagram, but she was like following hundreds of dudes. Okay. Again, I just don't care. I mean, the hypocrisy pissed me off and it annoyed me, but I wasn't threatened. Okay. So there's this.
Because none of the dudes rollerbladed.
True. If they did, I don't know. There's a problem. All right, Rico, we can't let him get in.
He can always slide in, roll through, and then
Peep it. So this lady tells me while we were still talking, and she was trying to reconcile things and get back together, even though I felt off. She was telling me she loved me. She wanted to be with me. She really thought like things would work with me, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, you know, I'm not going to say like she was one-sided, but part of me was just, I was always reluctant.
This better be big. I'm with him. I feel like so far I don't hear cheated, right? This better be big. I'm waiting. It better be a good payoff.
We can do this. She tells me that she has a product she's doing and it's getting popular. She's like, has this Instagram where she's showcasing her skills or whatever. I'm like, what kind of stuff you posted out there? And this is where she lies. She's like, oh, you know, it's mostly like archery stuff. It's like, it's not like the thirst trap kind. I was like, cool.
It's not.
So tell me, after we stopped talking.
Tell me why.
I see this shit come across my feed.
But it's
What?
no, go ahead.
No, these posts that she was making were during the time that she was trying to get us back and she said we were supposed to make it work.
All right.
Peep it.
He's going to show it. He's going to show it.
Tell
He's
me
going to
why
show it.
ain't nothing but a heartbreak. Tell me why.
All right, here it is. Okay. Now look at this.
That's not her second account. She doesn't have
The account. Mind you, this account she never showed me. I'd ask her, she would never show it. She refused. I was like,
So she has an account for her family, and the other one is her real fun account. I'm only gonna research it for. I'm only gonna look at it for research purpose. Okay, guys. So just no questions. Say, what are you doing there? What are you looking? Just for research purpose, okay? Because we're gonna watch her video later on.
but she's like, you know, I'm trying things.
You don't
whatever.
feel comfortable showing some shit to
I
someone
know why she didn't show me.
You don't feel comfortable showing some shit to someone that you see naked? It's crazy.
Yes. And to someone who you say is your partner is supposed to be,
Right.
peep it. And this is why all this is happening, okay? When I saw this, I was really, because it really made me look at her differently, okay? So here's the Instagram, and you can see these posts for yourself. She got her in some tight dresses, you know what I mean?
Gotta put a private.
You know what I mean? She wanted to do her gym progress stuff.
Okay.
What was crazy is that she was replying to every dude, liking everything. Okay?
You don't entertain what?
Okay. Okay. I don't mind. She said these are not thirst traps. Okay. But mind you, there's just some her in a hot dress,
Miguel.
and she's replying to every dude on the planet.
Miguel.
You see it, right? I'm not tripping. You guys see that?
Miguel.
Peep it. And she said to me, "This is when I found out." I was like, "Why did you lie to me the whole time? Like that was really off." And she denied it. She was losing her mind, getting angry at me. You want to know how fraudulent this broad is? I'll tell you what she did. When I found out, I texted her about it. Not because I actually care about this kind of stuff generally.
Again, I think context is very important. The fact that she doesn't want him to follow like women, but she's following a bunch of men and she's replying to them, etc. Right? But and also the clothes that she has on. But again, she has a family YouTube, Instagram, also like her real like product Instagram. But I still don't hear cheating. To be fair, I still do not hear cheating, right? Did she omit some factual information about herself? Yes, she did, right? But cheating, that's different. So let's see. Let's continue on.
As something. And she was doing the opposite and hiding and pretending. So when I texted her about it, you know what I did before I texted her? I screen recorded. Okay.
Ooh.
When I told her about it and then she got on a call later, you know what this girl did? She archived some of the posts. She archived. And when I questioned her about it, she never answered. She would dodge the question. You did this to me. You did. But I'm like, why did you archive the post if you felt like you did nothing shameful? You'll see. I wish I clicked on some of the other pictures. I probably did another video. If you guys look here, I wish I would have done it. You can see this one right here, right in the middle, right there, where she got the tight dress on and she makes sure her ass is nice and showing.
It's not her ass, it's boobies.
Boobies for sure, but she turned. She does a lot of that stuff. Look, I've never managed my partner's Instagram in my whole life. Mostly because if this would have been her Instagram off the top, I would not have dated her, personally. I don't go to change people. She hid this shit. Who hides an Instagram like this while they're trying to court somebody? No.
I know what happened. Yeah, she spotted him. That's why I want to know who reached out to who first. Because if he reached out to her, okay, maybe she didn't. How can she like take it? Spot him. Basically, spot him basically means that like she reached out to him. She knew exactly what he's like. She understood him, right? And basically, foster like an image, right, to kind of like to align with what he talked about he liked, right? And meanwhile, she had this whole other personality out there, right? But that's what I want to know. Did he reach out to her first, or she reached out to him? If she reached out to him, yeah, he was he was a lick. And the payout, if anyone say, well, she didn't get that much, she didn't get money from him. No, the payout was a long game. Was to kind of set him up, like everything was happening, right? She didn't think that he was gonna go off like this, right? Because again, Abba has never ever had a controversy like this that I know of, right? Because I follow him, but you know how it is with content creators, right? Or YouTubers, right? They do have the main channel, but they have all the like their messy stuff and being on a different channel, right? So maybe he was doing some messy stuff on a different channel, but he's never made it to a level like he had to address it on his main one, like this controversy. So it's very interesting. I think she spotted him. She knew who he was, fostered a image that she envisioned that she thought like he liked, right? And then played him, and we are here now. Because this secret account, but I still don't hear cheating. I'm Jella. I hear what you say, but cheating, like,
if my girl would have posted like that, I wouldn't give a fuck.
Fair.
But I would have a problem with you lying about it. If you post shit like that,
that's what I'm saying.
That ain't got nothing to do. Do you, boo boo?
That's what I'm saying.
And guys are replying, I don't care. I don't care. Generally don't care. Cause why? Because at the end of the night, you coming back home with me. You could talk. You could. I know it's business or whatever, whatnot. I wouldn't care. But if you lying about it, it's kind of weird. It's kind of sus.
But my thing is, she presented herself one way. She took issue with who I followed, which was super PG. And then she was doing that, and she was hiding it, and she was archiving posts, and she was like, she's the one who can't be doing that.
Suck your butt!
That's what I'm saying.
I tell you.
What I mean?
Burn them!
You know what I mean?
Burn them.
So to me, it's like the hypocrisy in the life. And so when she did that, I'm like, oh, so you was doing the shady shit. You was doing the shit. It's like, all right, bye, girl. And then she got mad. She lost it. She was sending me novels or whatever. And this is the reason why she's here today. So at the end of the day, I wish her the best of luck. She can go do this with somebody else, whatever. She can pretend she did nothing wrong because she always does that. But it is what it is. At the end of the day, it was a semi-messy relationship, but it wasn't anything out of the ordinary. And the fact that this is public, I would never want. But she chose this life.
No, you made it public. That's your fault.
She made it public.
That is your fault. None of this could have went that way, but you went to Watts.
That's it.
You went to Stevie. You went to Ed, the Fresh and Fit. You went to many more. And it's okay. It's okay. It's okay, my girl. The whole problem of this shit is not that you got pregnant and you want it or not, or want it or not, or want it or not, or want it or not to keep it.
Yeah.
That's not the issue. The issue is that you're a crazy bitch.
That's it.
That's what the problem is.
And just imagine how much of a loser you are right now, because you're over here posting all this shit online, and all the red pillars are going to look at you like you're a Jezebel. And if that's what you want to do, then go crazy, girl.
You're giving fuel to all the people.
I'm happy.
You're giving.
Because you and I not co-parenting. We not involved.
I already know what's about to happen. I already know what's about to happen. She's about to have an OnlyFans pretty soon. I'm telling you. She's gonna have an OnlyFans pretty soon. She's gonna say she's what is it called? She's not gonna show that much. And because again, looks like she cares what her family thinks. That's why she has this double like Instagram, like one for the family, one for like her real stuff. So she's gonna try to cash in right with this stuff. So she's gonna have an OnlyFans pretty soon. She's gonna say she's not showing that much. And then a few months down the line, when the money, because the initial pump is gonna be good, she's about to earn a few good thousands in the first like 3-4 months, right? And then month 4, she's gonna realize I need more. And then that's when it's gonna like the money, the love of money is the root of all evil. The love of money, right? And that's what's all this whole thing was one long play. Okay. That's what I think is gonna happen. Yep, OnlyFans bond. Yep, that's what's coming pretty soon. Because pretty soon she's gonna realize that Fresh and Fit, they're gonna try their work. Because Fresh and Fit, like Ab and Preach has been like oh my God, they just been dunking on Fresh and Fit for like years now, right? So this is their ace, right? But Fresh and Fit, these are red pill guys. They're not trying to give you $50,000. They're not giving you 10 grand right now, right? They're gonna try to capitalize as much as possible. At the same time, right, when it's all dried out with them, right? Knowing her other, again, that's why I said OnlyFans is coming up, because her other Instagram, right? And her not really embracing it during the relationship. That's kind of, it is messed up. It is messed up. Think about it. You've been in a relationship with this person, right? And you talk about having a child, etc., right? But don't tell the person, right? And the fact that like how she's like, what she's doing there, like she's selling something, right? And she can put that on OnlyFans, say, oh, they're only getting this, they're only getting that. But I'm telling you, the money's not going to look good after a certain period of time. And then she's going to do what OnlyFans girls usually do. So yeah, that's the future. That's what's gonna happen. I can see it coming. I can see it clear now. Give her a few months.
You're giving fuel.
Oh, I'm jealous. Said she probably already has OnlyFans. Yes, she does. I didn't think about that. That is gonna be publicly known, okay? Because right now, the algorithm, all the stuff is gonna start getting her information, her name, right? So he's gonna start seeing spread. Yes, she has it, right? You know what? Let's try to find it. Time for me to go to Reddit. You're gonna find everything in Reddit.
That's girl. It. By the end of the day, you're really it's just one crazy out of many.
That's it.
But you're just one crazy girl out of many normal girls, right? The problem was not the hormones, because the baby's not there no more, right? You still decide to do this shit now. Yeah. So that had nothing to do with the hormones. You crazy.
Yep.
Succubus.
That's it.
And you go through friends, families, and foes. You're a crazy one.
That's it.
Hey, I heard you really dodged one. Ooh, if you took her home, it'd be a mess, son. Tell me how you do.
So, everyone like, oh, Abba, how you like? I'm not stressing. I know you guys are terminally online like, oh, you must be. I don't give a fuck. I live my life in a way where I try to put my best foot forward. I make mistakes. I fuck up. I do. And I'll always own that. And I said throughout.
House of Queen, did you say you did a reaction to my song? If you did, awesome. If you did too, send me the URL, right? Anyone that does a reaction to my song, let me know, send me the URL so I can make sure like it doesn't affect your monetization, okay? If you do a reaction, please let me know, okay? So I want to like make sure like you're whitelisted, so you're it doesn't affect your monetization, it doesn't affect your YouTube channel, okay? So please reach out to me. Thanks.
Earlier on, which I didn't do, and I'll own it. But all this narrative that she's building, it's all just bullshit. This girl is being shady. She was being shady. I still don't think she's a horrible person, but I think she got a lot of shit to work through. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah, she had a lot of shit too?
To work through.
Oh, 100%.
That's it. But at the end of the day, guys, like, this is the best ending. Like, y'all don't realize it. I'm free, nigga. I made it out of Shawshank. I'm Morgan Freeman. I'm all of them. I'm out.
Cause you're free.
So y'all can say whatever y'all want, but just think, I might have been tethered to that crazy bitch for my whole life.
He's not out yet.
So I'll go to my therapy. I'll do whatever I gotta do, but your boy happy. That's why I can show up to this live every day. Because just looking at her behavior right now, I texted her to this day today. I was like, you doing this is making me so grateful that we're here right now. Because the opposite end is, bitch, I might have been with you.
Yep.
I get to have a chance to be happy.
And what did she reply?
She tried to pretend like she wasn't bothered. She's like, all right, well, I'll do my other video. I'm like, do whatever you
Do
got.
your videos. You look stupid.
I'm not stressing. Genuinely.
Okay.
I got the recordings. I recorded it. As soon as I realized this girl was recording, I said, oh my God, I'm actually going to record a call with someone. I've never done that. And I said, shit, we going to start.
That's that Michael Jackson shit.
YouTube would do it to
You want to
you.
get me started.
That's it.
You want to get
But like
started.
this whole idea, like Abba don't want kids. Like guys, I could tell you, I'm not necessarily someone who has like baby fever or desperately wants kids. If a situation arises, I'm going to take responsibility regardless, whether it's paying child support, whether it's co-parenting, whatever. I didn't want to co-parent with her specifically, to be honest, because one, she crazy as fuck. But secondly, it was because she lived so fucking far. If she was in my city, I would have figured something out. But she lives very far away. I'm not going to fly 9 hours to see my kid like twice a year. Like that's not reasonable to me. I don't want to have this. And she knew that going into it. That's what really fucked with me. So that's all it was. But this is not a big thing that should ever be online in my personal opinion. But she put it out there because in her head, she's convinced she's the right party. That she's delusional. She really thinks that, and it's just like that conversation I showed you guys earlier. She'll be like, I was wrong, but Abba was much more wrong. That's all of her, and she's doing it again right now. I could say, say it's 50-50. I don't give a fuck. Say whoever, Abba's more, I don't mind. But it's a regular relationship bullshit. That's all.
Do you know why I think it's 50-50? Because he saw the signs, he still went in. And let's not forget, he went in raw. But to his defense, the reason why he went raw, because he felt like, because the doctor told him he has a low count, right? So he figured like, hey, I probably wouldn't get her pregnant, right? So, but it's 50-50. Like, and that's why I said there's a lot of things missing. How many times did they do it? If we did it one time and you got her pregnant that one time, come on, broski. Come on, broski. Come on. The first time should be nah. Come on, you going raw the first time? Do you guys even have get tested? And let's read some comments too. I'm 100% with you, Angela. Angela said she has I think one of your messages was like she probably has a boyfriend account too. Abba's probably not the only boyfriend. I definitely see that. I can definitely see that. Knowing how she moved now, that little serpent kind of way, yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I said it probably wasn't his baby. Probably wasn't too. I don't think she was pregnant. I don't think she was pregnant because, yeah, I don't think she was pregnant. I feel like she's one of those people that probably would have went through the pregnancy, right? And the baby would probably like come out, and then she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm sorry, it's not yours," right? I don't think there was ever a baby. I don't think so. I think it was a game for her. I think it was a long game. That's why she didn't want his money in the beginning. Again, I'd rather someone be upfront. Let's say I want the money upfront, right? Than like play the long game, right? Because the long game has all this ulterior motive, and that's the dangerous one. Those are the dangerous one, right? Because she wanted, again, this guy has 2.26 million subscribers. She figured if I go online and say I'm a pregnant person, I'm pregnant, right? This game, she says that, right? And he made me do this and this. She figures, hey, he's probably just going to shut it up, right? Say, hey, here's $100,000, go away. 6 months work for $100,000. Would you not do it? Would you not do it?
For a while. This live is going to be
I'll leave it public. I don't mind.
Leave it public.
Raw and uncut, no editing, nothing.
Oh, perfect.
Like you did her.
That's what I've been saying this whole hit. And I'm not gonna lie, the sex was fire. The dates were fire.
Of course,
I'm not gonna look back right now and pretend everything was bad.
Of course, crazy pussy is great. Fuck out of here.
God, ABG, you know what that is? Asian baby girl. I've never actually been in a relationship with an Asian girl before, but yeah, it was a babe. No Filipinos.
I shouldn't even smoke here. Well, sorry, my bad. Asian baby girl. My cigar.
All right, let's look at some of the questions. Some people had questions.
No, people went crazy with the questions. Thank you very much for everybody that did the donos.
So the members get their questions answered first because the members are the most important. But I'll get the rest of you guys later.
Get the members. Golden member. That's my penis. I'm sorry.
How do you feel about her reaching out to content creators to try to paint a narrative? That really rubbed me the wrong way. Yeah. I mean, I'm not surprised, bro.
It's loser. It's loser thing. What happened?
No.
You good?
No. I'm not. It's just disappointing. You care about somebody, you try to go things with a good foot forward, And to find out they're doing all this other stuff, it's like you're hurt and you're going to.
And do you know what I don't understand about her? If I honestly believe, right, because it's just people are just the way they are. I feel like if she was really honest with him, right, dating him, instead of being pure, says, okay, like, help me with my YouTube channel, right? I guarantee he's such a nice person, and the way he likes her too, I guarantee in the long game, 10 years from now, that would have paid more dividends than whatever game she's about to play right now. That's going to be a crash and burn. I'm telling you, in a few years, she's going to look back when the OnlyFans stuff, when all those things like start really, because this internet thing is a whole different kind of beast, right? That we don't fully grasp yet, right? That she's going to have all this negative stuff out there. The kind of guy now she's going to attract, right? She thinks she's bad. She thinks she's being manipulative. Guys are just as worse too, right? Guys play those games too, and I feel like that's what's about to happen. She's about to attract those literally just scammers, right? And she's gonna look back, instead of her just like literally just like, hey, I want to start a YouTube channel, right? He would have helped her. You have someone who has just millions of subscribers, right? I guarantee that would have paid dividends in the long term than the game she's about to play right now, because the game she thinks she's bad. Oh, there are people badder. If you think you're bad, you haven't met the whole world yet. And the internet is the games they play. Jeez, the games they play, and she's about to learn. She's about to learn.
Look, but it's just, and you're not ready to actually accept any of the parts. Like that was a big problem in our relationship, is that she just wouldn't accept her portions of it. So that's how I feel about that. What else we got here?
We have a $50 Canadian.
Wait, hold on. Let me look through these. Sorry to Ab, I went through something serious, some situation that was similar in a relationship. For what it's worth, fate of the unleashed. Appreciate you, boss. Abar, you are accept the fact that she was never pregnant or the baby wasn't yours. Listen, I know that's a common thing, and everyone thinks people are getting baby trapped. Sometimes people make irresponsible decisions. I just got to own my part. No matter what my doctor told me, no matter what, that's on me.
I mean,
that's on me. No, that's on me.
No, it is.
Okay, so you just got to eat that.
Because your doctor told you had low sperm count. That doesn't mean that you can't conceive.
He told me like that, but it doesn't matter. That's on me. So you just got to own that part. I know the narrative is always they never had the baby and it's very convenient. Sometimes they did, and it's very complicated. Sometimes this shit just messy. Now maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'll find out later after the fact, but I'm not gonna paint her in the most like Jezebel lying light. So.
Someone la demoiselle va pas bien. Qui est logo? La demoiselle va pas bien.
Some of you are showing me love with the donations. I appreciate it, but I'm not going to read those out, okay? But if people show me love, I see you, all right? Someone said, go dance some salsa. I will. A lot of you clearly don't read or listen. She made the choice and now is trying to make her name for herself. I can only imagine the trauma that she would have caused had she kept it. She definitely likes to play the victim. Listen, I don't know, because I know she's keeping the Instagram, even though she told me she was going to delete it because she said it's just a stupid experiment that she wouldn't want to keep. She's kept the Instagram since, right? And maybe this is her trying to launch her career. I know she quit her job recently to go traveling, so it's very convenient that all this is happening at the same time.
Oh.
I'll say for myself, I hope she's happy. I hope she goes find her happy. I hope she heals whatever. I don't care. She's out of my life, so I don't have this vendetta where I'm wishing. I'm just like, go.
Sir, no, she just got started. She just got started. Oh, hey, welcome to the internet. He's about to be tagged. He's about to be okay. He's about to, man, it's gonna get interesting. It just got started.
Let's see here. You can't donate 99 cents and get a red shirt. That's crazy. Someone said, it must have been very difficult with the back and forth. And though it is important to hear someone else's story, the fact that she went to other creators to talk about the situation is yeah. I don't know. But to me, it's just so corny. I just couldn't imagine somebody doing something to me and I'm like, let me go sabotage this and that. Like, I just don't get it. If I'm done with somebody, I'm moving on with my life. That's how you can tell that she has a vengeful nature. Her, it's important for her to get revenge. And she'll yap to me about being Christian all the time and how she's going to Bible study.
Oh, yeah, that was a Christian
way,
right?
Where's the forgiveness? Where's all that? You don't have it. You actually are vengeful. You have some evil in you. So it's like, go ahead, girl. If you think this is the right choice.
I don't fall for that.
What is going to say?
Should Christian girl?
Oh,
hold on. Yeah. You need Jesus.
I don't fall for that.
And a lot of it.
Yep.
Go to church, bitch.
That's it. But like, yeah, I'll talk about the rest of it.
Yeah, she's a Christian girl, right? She, again, there's nothing wrong with that, right? But look at her second YouTube channel, right? See what she's trying to sell over there. Come on. We're all selling something, right?
Public contacting other creators. You might not like to hear this, but unless you were there in person, the clinic, the hospital, abortion results, then there's nothing actually confirmed. I wish I I appreciate you for that comment. Velour Duck.
Velour Duck did a big
She contacted FNF like those two media illiterate queens were going to expose something.
Call them queens.
A lot of you are weird. No one cares about Myron. I'll take, or his take on this, just need him to run up the ABBA and preach back. I don't mind.
Get paid, niggas.
I'm sorry you had to go through this. In relationships, there are so many difficult situations, and it's painful. You didn't get the results you wanted, but I think you got the result that you needed. Guys, I'm not, when I say I'm not ashamed, like that's what I said before, when you guys try, yes, all you can do afterwards is be like, I gave it everything.
Oh shit, the lead attorney is here. What's up?
He said, you're free, W with the 100. Shout out to Lead. I hope you are recovering. I know you're going through something in relation to cancer.
Yeah, shout out to the lead attorney.
I do hope you are doing better. I think every year I'm going to get cancer. I ain't going to lie to you.
You what?
Every time I heard that guy's story, I had to turn it off because I was like, my head, me, I've always said I felt like I was going to die young. So when I see these dudes around my age or content creators getting cancer and stuff like that, it's like a reminder every year to go get my butt checked.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Me, it's not, it's not if, it's when.
Yeah. Godzilla, God King. You know what's crazy? Myron gonna talk trash about this, but this is a baby situation. Mine couldn't even get Angie to smash. He's stupid. I should pre-read this.
No, that was a good one. No, that was a good one. That was a good one. I'm sorry. Congratulations.
He's really hurt. Did he lose weight?
Someone said, read the comments in Stevie Knight's chat on his video. They're all roasting her. I'm like, I'm not gonna bother, man. Listen. Maybe I'm simping. Maybe this is the wrong thing. I don't wish anything bad on her. Like, I genuinely loved and cared for this person. I grew attached to the family members and everything involved with her. So I hope they don't have to deal with this. Because, like, this social media bullshit that they all gonna hear about that's embarrassing for her is gonna, like, be it's stupid. I don't want that for them because they got their problems. And she's
not ready. She is not ready, man. She's not ready. These guys have, again, 2-something million subscribers. People make content on them, right? People go digging in stuff that she doesn't even know is there, that she forgot, that she cleaned out, right? I'm pretty sure if I go to Reddit right now and try to find some detail about her, I'm pretty sure someone already has it laid out. like a lamb, going to the slaughterhouse. Seriously, man, she's not ready because that's why she has a holy thing. I'm a Christian, etc. But she has a secret account. And I'm telling you, that's why I believe that, like, at first she's going to tell the family, the OnlyFans is like, why have this out there when I can get paid $20,000 for this stuff a month, right? But at $20,000, the next month is going to be $500. The following month is going to be $200. The following month is going to be $200, right? And then it's like, how do I go back to that $20,000? You got to do some strange things for a little bit of change. And that's when it opens that door because that love of money never stops, right? And she's not ready for it yet.
Honestly, there's a lot more I could say. There's a lot more that's like vindicated, but I'm not, because I don't want the people around her. They don't deserve that. So I hope she stops being stupid about this.
I'm just going to address something.
It's a warning shot.
Abba, you a simp. You a simp, Abba. Abba, you been simping.
Sure.
You know what?
I'm gay too.
No, that's me.
They say I'm gay.
Swerve, yes. But, I mean, that shirt. Anyways, Abba, you're a simp. You know what? I'd rather be called a simp.
I don't think
because I try to do the best that I could to be a good person than being a bad person and realize I was bad. Sneeko. Yeah, Sneeko's catching strays as well. I don't care. Yeah. So you could call him a simp all you want. And maybe he fits the definition. Maybe a lot of things that he did was simpish. And I'll attest to that. That was crazy.
I'm going to start covering these guys. I feel like there's a lot of drama here that I'm going to start covering. I'm going to cover the drama sector of like the red pill, not necessarily the content like what they talk about because it's all nonsense, right? But like some of the as you can see, like some of the drama that they go through, okay? And the king here, aloha, welcome. Fudd.
Yes. I don't know. That's me. And if you call me gay for that or being a simp for that, I'd rather be that.
No food.
I'd definitely rather be that. But once I catch on that you would suck your ass, and then you put this shit online, we could go on. We could go about it.
All right.
You need to lift your dance thing?
Might need it soon, yeah.
Because dance is gay.
Okay, almost over.
Dancing is gay. I'm going to go do some gay shit with girls.
Yes, gay shit.
Okay,
I think
it's
I
almost
pretty much
over,
covered
guys.
most of the stuff. I don't think I have much else to say. Let's see. Is there anything else at the bottom here? Let me just refresh this shit. And then if there's not, then we're going to end this stuff. I didn't think it would take this long. I ain't going to front you.
You never think it's gonna take this long, but this shit, a shit like that, the way you was talking and looking down, I was like, oh. At first, I left the place where I was at, and I was like, ooh, I'm not gonna make it. The way you was talking, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have plenty of time.
All right, guys. That's it for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. If you did, cool. But that's all there is to it. So, peace.
Congratulations, sir.
I got my first one. Your boy needs to take a break.
Okay. That's it. Also, I have this big sty on my eyes. That's gonna come on Wednesday. I'm gonna actually go to the eye doctor. So I'm gonna probably have it removed, right? That thing is like, it's been there for months now. I think it's no longer a sty. It's like something else now. I morphed into something else. I did everything people say like to do for it, right? But it's still there. So yeah, so I look forward to like having my actual this stuff removed and my face being back to normal. But anyway, thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. Food, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep this up, so let's see. Hopefully I don't get a strike, but if I do, it is what it is. And because they usually don't strike. But we're gonna check her video out pretty soon too, so stay tuned for that. If you want to follow the story, please stay tuned. I think I'm gonna follow this like red pill and this old manosphere like kind of like drama they have going on. It looks like it never stops, and I want to get away from the T sector a little bit before go into like a whole different kind of a sector. Okay, so thanks for being here. I hope you enjoyed it. My personal opinion, I have to watch her. I have to like hear other things too. Is I don't think she was pregnant. I think it's a long game. It's a very long game, and I'd rather ask you ask me for the money straight away, right? Than like play that little deceptive game that she played, right? Because I feel like she underestimated him, right? And that's what it was, right? Because as she said too, she just quit her job. She's taking the social media stuff. Looks like she's gonna take it very seriously, and she's gonna be in for a very rude awakening. I think her best bet, if I was in her corner, like this, is how you're gonna play the game is, ma'am, don't bite the hand that feeds you, right? I think but again, she's cunning, right? I think she needs to repent, right, and really start practicing the religion that she believes in, right? And I guarantee God probably placed him in her life for a reason, right? And instead of taking that, right, and using that, but she want to play a whole different game, and it's not gonna work out how she thinks. This YouTube streets are gonna eat her up, they're gonna shoot her up, and she's gonna be another casualty of like this, like everyone talks about you. The next day they just move on like it's nothing, right? And if she really cannot build off that, it's gonna look bad for her. Okay, she sounds like a very smart person, but again, we're gonna listen to her side of the story, and let's give her some like and views. And don't forget to subscribe to her, and also subscribe to me, and subscribe to Abin Preach. Okay. Have a good night, and my contact information is on my wall. So if you want to contact me, if you want me to cover a good story, please let me know. Reach out to me. I want to try something new and different. Okay. Thanks for being here, and I look forward to the next live.